pitch on my left foot. It's something a bit stupid, but I always try to do it.
Which away game do you look forward to the most?
Deportivo, even more so after last year's game. One of the best matches I played in was Celta. I look forward to that one.
What do you like most about your current club?
We keep our feet on the ground. We always try to improve and push forward.
Who's the most skillful player in your team?
Nolito.
Your best friend in football?
Nolito again. This will be my 6th season with him. He's like a brother to me.
What would the goal of your life be?
I really don't know. That's such a difficult question. Let's see. Maybe one that gave us a Champions League title with Barca. I was also fortunate enough to be included in that. I didn't play a huge part, but I was in the dressing room for one of the Champions League titles, so I've got a Champions League medal on my CV. I'll pick any of the 3 goals, Pedro, Messi or Villa, at Wembley.
A dream you want to come true?
A dream? Well, I've been lucky enough to win titles, and that's what any player aims for.
Sunday, the Serie A and La Liga are on beIN Sports. Fiorentina versus Torino. Sampdoria versus Napoli. Atletico Madrid versus Sevilla. Juventus versus Roma. On beIN Sports.
Dave owed back taxes. After being hit with a wage garnishment and a bank levy, Dave struggled with his finances. He thought all was lost. Then he found out about U.S. Tax Shield.
If you have been threatened with a wage garnishment, bank levy, or tax lien and are scared of what the future holds,
call 1-800-453-9981.
Sandra and Victor owed an enormous amount of money to the IRS. More money than they thought they could ever afford. U.S. Tax Shield was able to reduce their tax debt so that they were able to maintain their lifestyle.
Call U.S. Tax Shield right now to find out if you are eligible for a government program that can save you money.
Call 1-800-453-9981.
Paul has been an independent business owner for over 12 years. With U.S. Tax Shield, he got the help he needed with his tax resolution plan to keep his business going.
U.S. Tax Shield has an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and a price protection guarantee.
Get the peace of mind you deserve. Get protected. Get the shield. U.S. Tax Shield.
Owe $15,000 or more to the IRS or state? Call U.S. Tax Shield.
Call 1-800-453-9981.
Training in Hospitalet, a modest team from Spain's 3rd division, we meet up with one of the journeymen of European football. Julien Faubert played for several seasons among the elite in England and France, even getting an international cap with France, and can also boast of having played for Real Madrid. Now 32 and finding himself at the close of last season without a club, the Frenchman is trading hard in the hope of getting a seductive offer in the transfer window, convinced as he is that his playing days are not quite over yet. 7 years ago in 2009, Faubert hit the headlines on signing for Real Madrid. He arrived at the Bernabeu as a winter signing to stay until the end of the season. But in his 6 months as a Blanco, Juan de Ramos gave him little confidence, and the competition for a place meant that his career at the Bernabeu was limited to 2 brief Liga appearances, one at home against Racing Santander and the other in San Mamés.
I never really got the chance to show what I could do on the pitch. I worked hard every day in training, but I was competing for a place with Robin, who was scoring in practically every game, and he was vital for the team. I didn't speak much with Juande. He never spoke, and I knew that I was the second choice. If I'd had more playing time, or if I'd stayed longer, I think I could have demonstrated what I could do out on the pitch.
But despite the lack of opportunities at Real Madrid, Faubert has good memories of his brief spell at the Bernabeu.
I didn't play very much, but it was an incredible experience. Because a club of that level, up there with Barcelona as one of the best two clubs in the world, just the very experience of training with players who won the Champions League, who've won the Ballon d'Or, who are all internationals, it's an incredible experience. Because the quality in training is something I'd never seen before.
In that Real Madrid side of the 2008-09 season, Faubert coincided with superstars like Robin, Higuaín, Sneijder, Iker Casillas, Van Nistelrooy or Cannavaro. But when asked about the players who stood out for him among that squad, the Frenchman names two players above the rest: Guti and Raúl.
I think Guti was an amazing player who saw football in the same way as Messi or Zidane. I think he could have achieved much more if he'd had a different career path. But he was unique, an incredible player. He had so much quality.
But I
think that Raúl and Guti were amazing because Raúl spent 20 years at the very top in football.
20 años en el nivel alto del fútbol.
He was so consistent, always scoring goals, physically always in top shape. He was an example to all other players in the same way that Xavi or Giggs were. He's a legend of the game.
Como Giggs, yo pienso que es leyenda del fútbol.
During his short stay at the Bernabeu, Faubert didn't manage to celebrate any titles with the merengues. His arrival coincided with the explosion of Guardiola's Barca, the team that ended the year with a historic sextet of titles. Something the world of football had never witnessed before. The day of the infamous 6-2 destruction of Madrid in the Bernabeu, Faubert suffered on the bench.
Yo pienso que a esta época el Barcelona es más mejor la más mejor equipo del mundo.
At that time, I think Barcelona was the greatest team in the world. It was a step or two above Madrid. I was on the bench that day, and it was an incredible match. The pace, the quality, those players, Eto'o, Xavi, Iniesta, they were all playing. That was the best match I'd ever seen in my life. There was nothing we could do about it. That team knew each other so well, they could more or less play with their eyes closed. They were incredible. There was just nothing we could do.
The memories of Spanish football of Julien Faubert, a singular player who was unable to make his mark on the Liga BBVA, but who still has fond memories of his days at the Santiago Bernabeu.
La Liga BBVA is celebrating the return to action of Zinedine Zidane. On the 4th of January, the former French star was presented as the replacement for Rafa Benitez in the Real Madrid dugout. Zidane, considered one of the all-time great players, first arrived in Madrid as a player in 2001. Over 5 seasons in the Bernabeu, he shared a changing room with players like Ronaldo, Roberto Carlos or Raul. His excellent reading of the game, added to his extraordinary skill on the ball, made him a legend at the club. With an outstanding list of successes, including a Champions League, an Intercontinental Trophy, a European Super Cup and 1 Liga title, the French international has returned to the foreground at the Bernabeu with the goal of motivating once more the fans and the club itself. We'll leave you now with images of some of Zidane's goals, but we'll be back as always next week with much more from La Liga World.
This message is for all Americans that owe $10,000 or more in back taxes to the IRS. Look, I know you want to keep ignoring those letters, but the problem isn't going away. It's really stressful, and you don't know where to turn.
The good news is you have rights, and we can help resolve your IRS problems.
If you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes, our qualified CPAs, tax negotiators, and support staff know the law and know how to get your situation under control legally and permanently.
Call the number on your screen now and we will contact the IRS on your behalf, help you end wage garnishments, stop collection calls, remove tax liens, get rid of IRS and state tax penalties, and reduce the amount you owe if you qualify. You wouldn't go to fix your car without going to a mechanic, so why face the IRS without an experienced company that can help you?
Let us take the stress of back taxes and the IRS off your shoulders so you can spend time on the important things in your life, like your family or your business. If you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes, call now and find out how we can help you.
La Copa del Rey reaches the quarterfinals. Vascos and Culés will fight for a spot in the semifinal in a high-caliber matchup at San Mamés, Athletic Bilbao versus Barcelona. Today on beIN Sports.
Only one network gives you more options in sports. beIN Sports. The best football in the world. La Liga from Spain. Serie A from Italy. Ligue 1 from France. The Capital One Cup, the Football League Championship from England. And the CONCACAF and CONMEBOL qualifiers. International fights, boxing championships. The most important tennis tournaments with the top-ranking superstars. All the adrenaline of SBK Superbike and Rallycross. The best rugby of the planet. Aviva Premiership, RBA Six Nations, and Guinness Pro 12. Cycling, major competitions in Europe, and much more. The most comprehensive coverage of international sports is beIN Sports.
The new San Mamés getting geared up for Athletic Club as they get set to take on Barcelona. Kickoff coming up in 25 minutes time here on beIN Sports. The Copa del Rey quarterfinals begins right here on beIN Sports. Of course, Athletic Club getting set to take on Barcelona. This is going to be a very different match than the one we saw exactly 4 days ago at the Camp Nou. Of course, a hostile environment awaits as revenge is very much on the menu today as these quarterfinals first leg gets set to be going here. I am joined by Kevin Egan to set this one up. It's a very exciting game. And I wonder if hostile environment is a bit of an understatement today.
I think so. It's a wonderful stadium, the San Mamés. When you think about this game, there's a completely different complexion and a different sensation altogether to the one that happened on Sunday when Barcelona absolutely trashed Athletic Club by 6-0. All of a sudden now, no Lionel Messi out through a hamstring complaint, who he pulled himself out of this game, Luis Enrique said. No Luis Suarez, his suspension was upheld today. They were hoping for a late U-turn in that one. No Jordi Alba, no Mathieu. You're going into this game against a tough side that has already beaten Barcelona at this stadium by 4-0 in the Spanish Super Cup earlier this year. They welcome back their talisman up front, Aduriz, who has 22 goals in all competitions and is the attacking fulcrum, so integral to the way Athletic Club play. He gets a different game out of Iñaki Williams as well. So it's a completely different complexion, like I said, and I think it's a really tough game for Barcelona.
Yeah, two completely different look sides, as you mentioned, Kevin, but a little bit on the other side of the balance there. You see Barcelona missing a number of players, as you said, and Athletic, the home side, getting back their key player. Let's take a look at the match that happened on Sunday. Of course, this was the contentious thing that happened that set everything going in this one with the early sending off of the keeper Iraizos.
And the crazy thing about this is just mere seconds up the other end, Athletic Club had a chance to go 1-0 up from a PK error. Now down to 10 men. Erarín came into the game and goal. The first thing he had to do was pick the ball out of the back of the net. Lionel Messi stepped up and finished emphatically. And then it was all Barcelona, as expected. Luis Suarez with a hat-trick on the day. Obviously Neymar was integral to everything they did moving forward. This is a beautiful little dink over the goalkeeper. And Barcelona were at Barca best. They were absolutely brilliant throughout. And Athletic Club just didn't know how to deal with them. But I don't think it means a whole lot heading into this game because Athletic Club know how to beat Barcelona already. They did it in surprising fashion earlier in the year. They were narrowly beaten earlier this season at San Mamés in La Liga. It's obviously, I think Barcelona, it goes without saying, is the best team in the league, the best team in the world, but they're seriously depleted without the best player in the world today and maybe the top number 9 in world football at the moment as well.
Yeah, certainly Suarez's absence is going to be felt, not to mention Messi as well, so that means Neymar is the one that's going to have to pick up the slack. But you mentioned that this kind of result, a 6-0 at the Camp Nou, won't have much bearing going back home today. Do you think that would be different if, after 4 days, the first leg was being played at the Camp Nou, having to return to that exact stadium again?
It's a great point, Terry, because that's incredibly difficult. Just forget about the pitch for a second. Think about what you would have to do then in terms of travel. Do you go all the way back to the Basque region? I don't think you do. I think you camp yourselves in Barcelona and you stay in a hotel, which is never easy for footballers to go and do that. So you go back to the San Mamés. In terms of a player and a coach, when you lose a game, especially in that fashion by 6-0, it's embarrassing. The first thing you want to do is get back out onto the pitch as soon as possible. It's never true that players want to break and they want to think about it. They want to go back and put it right straight away. Now they get a chance to put it right in front of their home faithful against the same opposition that did the damage just 3 days ago. It is the perfect scenario for Ernesto Valverde, and they will relish this opportunity.
And Erarín, after conceding 6 goals at the Camp Nou in Iraizos' place, of course, he is back between the sticks. How important is that?
Yeah, it is. He's been playing in the Cup. It's not ideal for him having had the game he's had, but again, like you talk about the motivation, it's perfect for him. Get back out. Same with Echiete, who had that bit of a howler, I think, on the opening goal defensively alongside Laporte. De Marcos, we'll talk about him momentarily. I think he's one of the most underrated. I think he's wonderful as an attacking right back. Itur Aspe alongside Beñat in midfield is solid. And then look, you've got Aduriz back wearing number 20. Iñaki Williams will push a little bit over to the right hand side, and when we get a chance to see Barcelona now, what you'll see is at left back, Sergio Roberto, who has played in 7 different positions this season alone, is now at left back. He's up against Oscar De Marcos and Iñaki Williams on that right hand side for Athletic Club, and I think that is by far and away the most intriguing matchup to see how Sergio Roberto will do. He's going to need plenty of help from a Neymar that's going to have to track back, as well as Iniesta pushing across to the left hand side to help him out. But aside from that, Ter Stegen gets the nod in goal. Munir will lead the line up front instead of Luis Suarez.
And Munir had a great game against Espanyol in the second leg of the round of 16.
He took his chances. A couple of relatively easy finishes for Munir. But in terms of the overall run of play, I think you still look for a lot more from Munir in games. And it goes back to why Luis Enrique at times hasn't changed things up in games, because I think he's looked at his bench and said, I don't really feel the need to pick someone like a Munir who's not playing overly well. Now that Luis Enrique has plenty of options on the bench, and he may very well bring Nolito as well in from Celta Vigo.
Right.
He's going to have lots of different options, and in turn I think you'll see him go to the bench a bit more. But today is a huge opportunity for Munir to go up against a player like Laporte, who's an excellent centre-half.
Yeah, when you have that attacking trident that Barcelona do have, you need to step up your game when those opportunities come to you, and they're not going to come very often, but it is today with two of the MSN out today against Athletic Bilbao. We're going to send it now to Basque Country, where Jamie Easton is standing by with the latest news. Jamie.
Here we are at the San Mamés Stadium, where today Athletic Club Bilbao and Barcelona will face each other just 3 days after the game league that took place at the Camp Nou. 6-0 was that result for Barcelona, but today's match will have nothing to do with that game. First of all, because there are very important absences for the Catalan side. Jordi Alba is injured, but most of all, the attacking line of Barcelona will change completely today. From the MSN, only the letter N will be playing today, as Messi and Suarez were left back in Barcelona. The Uruguayan is sanctioned, and the Argentinian, well, Luis Enrique preferred him to rest, not to risk, because very important games are about to come. That's their main concern for the Barcelona coach. On the other side, on the other hand, Athletic Club Bilbao has their main players available today. Aritz Aduriz returns to the team, so that's big news for the locals and the local fans as well, who are absolutely excited today. They want revenge. They want revenge after the Liga game we were talking about before, but it's special, the Copa del Rey, for this city, because Athletic Club Bilbao is the team that has won more times this competition, just after, you know who? Yes, Barcelona, their rival. So one of the two Copa kings in Spain will get knocked out of the first round of this round of the Copa del Rey, but let's enjoy this first leg before here at San Mamés. Everything ready, and we'll enjoy this game again exclusively here on Beat.
Thank you so much, Jamie. Appreciate that. Of course, he mentioned only one of the MSN is going to be available today, but let's talk about Athletic, and the key player for them today is the return of Aritz Aduriz.
I think he is. He gives them so much balance, and I think the emergence of Iñaki Williams as well has given a lot of hope to the supporters of Athletic Club, because they have a future in the young 21-year-old. Aduriz is 34 years of age, not far away from me, in 35. 22 goals though in all competitions. He's like a fine wine, just continues to get better with age. He offers so much ability. He's like he has a Velcro chest. The ball just seems to stick at the chest. He can bring the ball down. He's excellent strength, but a good finisher as well. Very good in the air. Athletic Club have scored nearly half their goals this season from headers, and that says a lot. One of the key players here, I think, in that sense, is Raul Garcia, who's still out through injury.
Right.
But Aduriz, if he can get the ball wide and deliver the right supply, I think he can cause them all sorts of problems. But I think one of the most important things for him is the balance that he gives this team, and I think he makes Iñaki Williams a much better footballer, and he's thrived off playing alongside Aduriz.
Did you see that in a 6-0 defeat on the weekend with Iñaki without Aduriz?
Well, it was always going to be difficult. It's a different game when you play at the Camp Nou, or, for example, at Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, because you know that the opposition is going to have so much of the football. So in turn, I don't know if Aduriz's absence in that game affected things too much.
Okay.
Because he's an older player. It's very difficult in that sense. What you did see was Iñaki Williams and his ability to run the channels and try and get in behind and trouble a defence. And I'm fascinated by this matchup today between Iñaki Williams and Sergio Roberto, who's been asked to play out of position. And Sergio Roberto, to me, it's a fascinating story, and oftentimes utility players in football can be undermined, and they can be nearly slagged off in many ways. Oh, you were a utility player. But his value to Luis Enrique is incredible. It's incredible. Luis Enrique has shown such amounts of trust. Don't forget, he's playing left back today. He played as a right-sided forward in the Clásico against Real Madrid. That says it all. John O'Shea, famously for Manchester United, was a utility player who played in goal, played in every position along the back four, every position in midfield, and even once was asked to go up front as well. So it's a really important role for Sergio Roberto today, and I have no doubt that his professionalism will step up.
I'm sure he will want to avoid playing in goal at all costs.
Yeah, exactly.
Not unlike John O'Shea, but let's talk about Neymar now, of course. We talk about MSN, their ability to bring so many different facets to the attacking trident for Barcelona and working together to produce as much as they have and as much as we've seen them produce. And now with the absence of Messi and Suarez, how much lies on Neymar today?
And how many eyes around world football will be watching Neymar today without Messi and Suarez? He's going to have to step up, playing alongside Munir. Arda Turan, you feel, will come back into the midfield an awful lot more, and a lot will rely on Neymar and Munir to lead the line. Neymar has had an exceptional season. He's brought back that samba flavour football that we haven't seen since Ronaldinho. We saw it briefly when Cristiano Ronaldo was a younger player, but I think Neymar has really brought back that swagger to the game of football, that kind of showboating, but doing it while being very successful and while, say for example, completing passes or putting the ball in the back of the net. He's absolutely brilliant, and he's lighting things up right now. So the spotlight is very much on Neymar today, and I've no doubt whatsoever that the Brazilian is going to thrive and absolutely love it.
Yeah, and being relied upon for his experience as well, which is something that he falls almost second or third best when Messi and Suarez are playing.
Well, when you look at this team though, Sergi Busquets has been around this first team for about 8 years now. Iniesta for even longer. Arda Turan is an experienced player too. He's alongside Munir, but the rest of this Barcelona team is so incredibly experienced in so many ways. Yes, you've got young Sergi Roberto, but alongside him then you've got experience in the centre-back partnership.
Okay, we have to go to a quick break right now, but plenty to talk about when we come back. The Copa del Rey quarterfinals between Athletic Club and Barcelona. How did these two teams get to this point today? And how far does this rivalry go? Some historical look back when we return.
Saturday. The best European football is on beIN Sports. In England, Queen's Park Rangers versus Wolverhampton. In Spain, Malaga versus Barcelona. In Italy, Empoli versus Milan. On beIN Sports.
I've always seen No No on TV and I always wondered if it worked. And it definitely, I can see what everybody talks about now.
It's not a razor. It's not a laser. It's No No from Radiancy. No No gives you no hair with no pain.
There's absolutely no pain.
Can't believe the difference, Al. It's almost hair-free.
And now, No No is better than ever. Introducing the No No Pro. It's up to 35% more powerful. Imagine never having to shave again.
I like a close shave. Absolutely. And this is better than that. I mean, it's gone.
And there's a No No for him too.
It looks like just like you've got a fresh wax, but like you don't have to go through all the pain.
Call now and we'll send you everything you need to get rid of your unwanted hair. Try No No for 60 days. If you don't love it, return it and we'll refund the purchase price, refund the shipping, and even pay the return postage. Try No No risk-free today.
The best teams from the Northern Hemisphere. England, France, Ireland, Italy, Scotland, and Wales. The closest of rivalries. The annual Rugby Greatest Championship. Six Nations is here. Starts February on beIN Sports.
Barcelona away to Athletic Club at the San Mamés, getting ready for their quarterfinal first leg of this Copa del Rey series. Twofold revenge for the home side today. Of course, that 6-0 drubbing on the weekend in the Catalan capital, but also losing the Copa final in 2015. Of course, they want to get their just desserts for that as well today in front of their home crowd. But this kind of animosity between the two, possible animosity, does stretch back quite a few years. 32 years ago, it was the Copa final in 1984. Diego Maradona was playing for Barcelona, and one of the biggest bench-clearing brawls of all time in Spanish football happened when Maradona kicked Andoni Goicoechea in the head. And take a look at this, Kevin.
Is this footage from Barcelona's clash against Espanyol a couple of weeks ago? It looks very similar, doesn't
Black
it?
Black and blue.
Lionel Messi on the ball and just being hacked down time after time. Yeah, this was a bruising encounter from the Copa del Rey final, 1984. Look at this. Absolutely insane, the scenes that we saw.
So, hopefully we don't see this kind of hockey fighting today, but you know what?
It's more Kung Fu, Terry, rather than anything else.
Yeah, actually, you're exactly right. Cantona style. But this actually, there's a little bit of history here too, because of this, which happened earlier in the season. Goicoechea, who they call the Butcher of Bilbao back in the day, he broke Maradona's ankle in a match, in a league match at that point. So there's some bad blood already. They meet again, and there's this massive brawl. So there's certainly some history between these two, and not just in that sense, but if you look at this, they're the top two winners of this competition. There's a lot at stake.
There really is. And when you look at Athletic Club's last victory in the competition, it's too long for them. For a club that's steeped in history, when you think about the fact that they've won it 23 times, to go that long now and to be starved of success in this competition. They came so close last year, were denied by 2 Lionel Messi goals and a Neymar goal in the final, losing 3-1, and Iñaki Williams scored for them. But they'll want revenge. And they'll feel, knowing that Real Madrid are not in this competition anymore.
Right.
They get by Barcelona today, huge opportunity.
Absolutely. Okay, kickoff is coming up very shortly here. We have to get you to the game. We will talk predictions and final thoughts when we return. PK's ready, so is Munir. Athletic at home to Barcelona. Quarterfinals begins shortly. Stay with us.
We've got a small business, and we needed a new website.
I talked to a web design company, but they wanted to charge me a fortune.
Then I heard about web.com.
They said they would build me a custom website for free.
We just thought, there's no way.
Then I called them up.
And then they built it for me.
A custom website built free. Who would have thought?
If you call the experts at web.com now, we'll build you a new custom website absolutely free. Then we'll list your website in hundreds of places online so new customers can easily find you. If you're happy with your new website, we'll continue to provide promotion, hosting, support, and maintenance, all for one low monthly fee. If not, cancel and pay nothing.
And when they say nothing, they really mean nothing.
Call right now and get a free .com or .net domain name for your new website powered by VeriSign, the world's leading domain name provider. You say it, we build it free. It's as easy as web.com.
Call 1-800-862-9469 today.
The Serie A is here on beIN Sports. Juve is on a great streak, and now they're seeking the top of the table. Juventus versus Roma, Sunday on beIN Sports.
Copa del Rey quarterfinals between Athletic Club and Barcelona kicking off momentarily here. Now, Athletic drawing on the experience in the summer when they beat Barcelona 4-0 and won the Supercopa. What is the difference between that Barcelona facing them and facing them now?
I think to answer it quite simply is time. Barcelona have gelled together, they've clicked. Look at Juventus, they started the season poorly, now they've won 10 on the trot in Serie A. It's a different Barcelona team, but they're up against an experienced and a team that will fight in Athletic Club. We're in for an absolute cracker of a game here, Athletic Club Barcelona, and I think I'm going to go with a draw on this one, a score draw.
A draw.
2-2.
You predicted 5-1 win for Barca on the weekend. You came close. We'll see if the draw is in the cards. Kickoff coming up next, courtesy Andres Cordero and Matteo Bonetti.
Hey, Courtney Hansen here with you for Endurance. If you're like me, you love your car, but even the best vehicles break down at some point. And when your car's warranty expires, you're gonna have to pay those repairs out of pocket. Can you believe what it costs to repair your car these days? I mean, look at these prices. I can think of so many things I would rather buy than a new fuel injector or transmission. Well, Endurance has a solution. With an Endurance Vehicle Protection Plan, we pay for your auto repairs. The parts, the labor, all of it's covered. With Endurance, you'll save thousands, and you get to choose the mechanic who repairs your car. Remember, insurance only covers you if you're in an accident, but that's just half the equation. Endurance is the other half, protecting you when your car breaks down. Insurance plus endurance equals total protection. That's my kind of math.
Protect yourself against the high cost of auto repairs with Endurance. Call right now for a free quote.
This is a Morgan & Morgan medical alert. Invokana is a diabetes drug prescribed to lower blood sugar. Unlike other diabetes drugs, Invokana and other drugs work by excreting sugar through the kidneys. According to reports in the FDA database, some diabetics taking Invokana are reportedly suffering major medical conditions. If you or a loved one were hospitalized after taking Invokana, call Morgan & Morgan for the people.
I've always seen No-No on TV and I always wondered if it worked. And it definitely, I can see what everybody talks about now.
It's not a razor. It's not a laser. It's No-No from Radiancy. No-No gives you no hair with no pain.
There's absolutely no pain.
Can't believe the difference how it's almost hair-free.
And now, No-No is better than ever. Introducing the No-No Pro. It's up to 35% more powerful. Imagine never having to shave again.
I like a close shave. Absolutely. And this is better than that. I mean, it's gone.
And there's a No-No for him too.
It looks like just like you've got a fresh wax, but like you don't have to go through all the pain.
Call now and we'll send you everything you need to get rid of your unwanted hair. Try No-No for 60 days. If you don't love it, return it and we'll refund the purchase price, refund the shipping, and even pay the return postage. Try No-No risk-free today.
Saturday. The best European football is on beIN Sports. In England, Queen's Park Rangers versus Wolverhampton. In Spain, Malaga versus Barcelona. In Italy, Empoli versus Milan. On beIN Sports.
Having met in 3 finals in the last 7 years, Athletic and Barcelona clash in the Copa del Rey quarterfinals. This time, winners of the Supercopa Athletic hosting the first leg with Arita Duriz back in the starting lineup and some big names missing for the Catalan club. It's the first leg of the quarterfinals kicking off next on beIN Sports.
Alucinante. By design. Seduciendo. By design.
Come on.
Don't drop your phone. Drop your network. Bring your phone to Cricket Wireless. We have more 4G LTE coverage nationwide than T-Mobile or Sprint. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
is the new Panini FIFA 365 official sticker album, featuring more than 800 of the world's top stars from all your favorite clubs on less than 500 stickers. Start your collection today. Available at select retailers and online at icollectpanini.com. Panini!
Here in the city, parking is hard to find. Seems like everyone drives. And those who do should switch to Geico, because you could save hundreds on car insurance. Oh, perfect. Valet parking. Hello.
Evening, sir.
Here's the keys. And go easy on the right, mate. Wouldn't mind some of that beef Wellington.
To see how much you could save on car insurance, go to geico.com.
Ah! It's okay!
Beth, I hear you calling, but I can't come home right now. Me and the boys are playing all night.
Text Beth. What can I do?
Message. Pick up milk.
Oh, right, milk.
Introducing the newly redesigned Passat from Volkswagen.
It's been nearly 18 months after Barcelona claimed the 27th Copa del Rey at the expense of Athletic, and 5 months after Athletic beat Barcelona in the Spanish Super Cup, the two clubs now standing in each other's way once again in the Kings Cup quarterfinal. I'm Andres Cordero alongside Matteo Panetti for what is the second of 3 meetings in the span of 11 days after Barca won the first 6-0 at the Camp Nou on Sunday. Athletic now hosting the first leg of the quarterfinals in San Mamés.
Wonderful stadium here, really setting the scene. Two sides that have met quite a few times in the last 6 months, stretching back to the matches before the La Liga campaign commenced, the Spanish Super Cup. And well, we don't see some of the biggest stars for Barcelona, but still so much talent with Neymar leading the line, and a real star-studded affair. And it goes to show you even the more significant depth that Luis Enrique now has at his disposal after the January transfer window.
Well, that includes the inclusion of Arda Turan, a Turkish international brought over from Atletico Madrid, getting plenty of playing time in January as he makes up for lost time. Aleix Vidal on the bench once more as we take a look at the starting 11 for Ernesto Valverde with 5 changes from Sunday's 6-0 loss at the Camp Nou. Iago Herrerín is the cup keeper. Oscar De Marcos started at right wing. He returns to right back with Íñigo Lucue starting at left back. Ander Iturraspe chosen ahead of Mikel San Jose. Markel Susaeta in place of Iker Muniain, and it's Aritz Aduriz who's back after serving a suspension in La Liga. For Luis Enrique, 5 changes of his own. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, the cup keeper. Dani Alves back in his right back spot with Sergi Roberto starting at left back. Arda Turan and Munir getting the nod in place of the suspended Luis Suarez and the injured Leo Messi. Jose Luis Gonzalez holding the cards and the whistle. A controversial appointment, the referee, for this first leg. Barcelona in the away blue, Athletic in the traditional red and white stripes for the home leg in San Mamés. Certainly allowed the anticipation to bubble up. Gonzalez, we're underway in San Mamés with Athletic moving from right to left and in possession of the ball. The Supercopa winners back at the start of the season with an early chance trying to chip over Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. It's one off the mark.
No question maybe of an offside. Let's take a look. Was he on? And no, he was off a few steps. No flag given. And it was Susaeta trying to get in behind the line and going for that audacious chip first time. And that was a poor non-call.
Well, barely chance to shake the cobwebs, Barcelona, and already on the back foot as the ball's misplaced by Piqué looking for Arda Turan. Was offside, Susaeta, and the flag did eventually come up as it's now played back by Lekue, 22-year-old, making only his 4th appearance this season in all competitions. As DeMarcos gets it forward, Iñaki Williams the intended target. Sergio Roberto playing, well, you would say out of position, except that he's played 7 positions this season. This has been the least common left back.
Has played everything except goalkeeper, striker, and center back.
Turan just intercepted by Beñat, forward for Aritz Aduriz. Scored 4 goals against Barcelona in the 2 legs of that Supercopa. Here's Susaeta once more as Gerard Piqué closes the door. Lekue allows it to go out for an athletic throw-in. Beñat. Iago Herrerín in goal for Athletic. It's a back 4 of DeMarcos, Echeta, Laporte, and Lekue. Iturraspe and Beñat, the double pivot with Iñaki, Eraso, and Susaeta, the 3-man attacking midfield line just behind the goal scorer, Aritz Aduriz. For Barca, Ter Stegen in goal, a back 4 of Alves, Piqué, Mascherano, and Sergi Roberto. Busquets, Rakitic, and Iniesta make up the central midfield trio. There's some magic from Dani Alves, Munir, Neymar, and Turan, the 3 up top.
And for Barcelona, the biggest danger coming in the form of the 34-year-old Aritz Aduriz. 22 goals, Andres, in all competitions. An excellent header of the ball, great positioning.
Finding a bit of space is Neymar. This is Neymar's first game back in San Mamés since that controversial flick that the Athletic players didn't take too kindly during the Supercopa. Out of that, flick back toward Rakitic, laid off for Dani Alves into the 18, taking the deflection. And it's Iago Herrerín off his line to collect.
And it's going to be Munir in that central role. Neymar cutting in from the left, as he so often does. All those assists and goals this season has been in sparkling form. The Brazilian, and then good chance to see Arda. Barcelona trying to get the oil on the engine, so to speak, as he already has 3 cup games and 2 La Liga games under his belt with Barca.
Williams appears to have won the ball back for Athletic, as Sergio Roberto was the last player to touch it. Williams moving back into the right wing with Aritz Aduriz available once more. He served the suspension during the 6-0 loss on Sunday. Defeat for Athletic that was conditioned by the sending off of Iraizoz just 4 minutes in. Penalty and a red card, allowing Barcelona a lead and a numerical advantage. Williams.
Absolutely, Andres and Valverde coming out and saying that he thinks this is a side that can easily make Barcelona uncomfortable, and they'll look to try to set a rhythm. You can see that high line early on against Barcelona.
Getting it away, Mascherano, settled by Neymar. Sergi Busquets and Andres Iniesta blasting it forward. Contact spotted by Gonzalez. Gonzalez out of Turan, the guilty party. And it's Lekue on the receiving end. Appears to be hurt on the fall rather than the initial contact with Arda Turan.
Yeah, it looked like Turan just cocking back that right forearm. Doesn't really lean in with the elbow so much. Just a little bit with the forearm to set Lekue off his balance. It's going to be a tough task here for the left back. He's only 22 years old.
Well, it could have been tougher. Some notable absentees for Barcelona today. Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi missing through injury and suspension respectively. In Messi's case, not expected to be a serious injury, but he was subbed out at halftime on the weekend with a knock, and this is much a precaution as anything to keep him out of the trip altogether. Jordi Alba also missing with a strained right hamstring. He's out for a total of 10 days, while Rafinha, the long-term absentee, and Claudio Bravo just given a rest by Luis Enrique.
Yeah, maybe the safer option. Andres don't want that knock on Messi to become a bit more of a serious injury.
Alves.
Quite a pummeling.
Sends it long, looking for Munir. Inside of his foot is Lekue. Able to keep it in play. Rakitic. Here's Javier Mascherano. Piqué. Alves. Arda Turan. Tight space to work with. Gets it forward for Ivan Rakitic. Poked away by Laporte. Stuart Piqué takes it away from Aritza Duriz. Got down was Dani Alves. Gonzalez in a good spot to see it. Swallowed the whistle, and it's Beñat looking to cross. Marked closely by Busquets. Lead off for Iturraspe. Further still for Echeta. Goes wide with DeMarcos. Iñaki Williams now. Iñaki Williams gets it across. A chance for Athletic. A good defending from Dani Alves to put out the fire.
Now the referee letting a lot go on. Just looks like there was a hold on Susaeta, but let the play continue, and it leads to that very dangerous opportunity inside the box.
And again, Iñaki Williams bearing down. Sergio Roberto who gets it away for a corner kick.
Great job, Sergio Roberto, just reading that was the only place where that header could be taken down. Looking for the run-in stride inside the box by Iñaki. Wonderful combinations already. It was Susaeta, used to playing out on the wing. He's the one that finds himself inside the box with Aritza Duriz and Iñaki Williams just outside the box, setting up the play. Not really accustomed to playing that hold-up central striker role, is he? Marquez Susaeta.
First corner of the match, in swinger, Sergio Roberto nodding it away. And as far as Eraso, he's put it out of play for Barcelona to get things restarted. Beñat over the top, not a bad ball forward. Settled by Susaeta. Piqué turning around and finding the ball at his feet. Alves.
Look at the positioning though of the fullback Inigo Leque. He's getting forward every single time on that left-hand side. Combining with Susaeta, who's been cutting inside a lot more often, opening the window for Leque to make those runs down the flank.
Arda. Alves blasted over the top of the defense, unable to connect with Munir. And it's back for Echeta. Blasted forward for Aduriz. Soft touch from the veteran Basque striker. And quick feet. Out for Leque. Nearly across to Gerard Piqué. Now Beñat. An instinctive switch. Sergio Roberto is there. Settled by DeMarcos. A positive start, 9 minutes in for Athletic Club de Bilbao. Most of this match taking place in Barcelona's defensive half. Williams. Iñaki Williams. Options to cross into. And it's off the mark after another deflection. Second corner coming up for Athletic.
That's great football so far from the home side. Both flanks getting involved, just trying to find the right service in for this man here, Aduriz. This few times he's gotten the ball, it's been out wide or outside of his own box. And this is where he can really thrive. The big men up from the back, the two center backs, and Aduriz.
Near post, it's there for Iñaki Williams, who's just taken away by Arda Turan. Now Neymar, hearing the whistles, as you might expect, getting inside of Beñat. Just a pullback on Neymar. Free kick coming up for Barcelona. Well, it seems like ages ago now, but it's not been too long since players and media in La Liga were questioning some of the antics by Neymar, and that includes a rainbow flick that he did at this very stadium during the Supercopa. A lot less criticism now as people starting to understand sort of the joy and the interpretation of the game that Neymar brings. I don't think you'll be hearing too much of that from the Athletic fans, however. Luis Enrique saying this week it's just the way he interprets the game. Piqué. Mascherano. Blasted forward to Arda Turan on the wing. Leque able to cover. Susaeta sending it into Iturraspe. Nice touch from Eraso. Quickly forward for Iñaki Williams. Sergio Roberto there. Poor back pass. Piqué with some work to do. Just taking it away from Aritzaduris. Rakitic couldn't keep it in play.
It's good to see this pressure from Athletic, just trying to make things awkward for Barcelona when they are in possession. And as you just mentioned, 11 minutes in, it's been all the home side pressing the issue.
Adunis is chopped down and take a closer look. Dani Alves coming across the body. A couple of notable absentees for Ernesto Valverde as well. No Raul Garcia, out for 2 to 3 months with a torn MCL in his left knee. Ibai Gomez also dealing with a knee injury. They do get the return of Aritzaduris, who has been the most important player now for a few seasons. Coming off of his best year in La Liga, he scored 18 goals under Valverde last term. He's already got 11 La Liga goals this year. 22 in all competitions. Beñat taking his time. Delivered to the back post. Piqué nodding it away. Lazy from Arda Turan. Strikes off with Busquets. One back once more by Iturraspe with Beñat. This is Aymeric Laporte. Given away by Iturraspe. Can Barca get out of their own half? Here's Munir, chopped down by Laporte. Free kick for Barcelona.
Well, right now, it really is suffocating football here. The club doing so well, applying the pressure, limiting the time on the ball, and Barcelona just not really able so far to string together more than a few passes. Well, credit Ernesto Valverde. It's a brave attack here so far at home. There's this lovely crowd behind him. And they have made it awkward for Barcelona in the past. They've made it awkward for a lot of teams that come here to this brand new ground. San Mamés.
Arda Turan. Appear to be last touch by Íñigo Leque. Gonzalez agrees. Just a talking to with Laporte. Alves, Rakitic. Dani Alves, Busquets wants him to play it back. Alves finding Piqué. Mascherano. Doing a good job of closing off most of the angles. Athletic with a compact shape. Here's Arda Turan. Seems to always be marked by two.
And look at how close those two holding midfielders, Beñat and Iturraspe, are to that back line when Athletic Club are on that back foot. Obviously want to limit the space into the channels and not really allow Barcelona to get themselves into those incredible positions in and around the box.
Alves. No look past Arda Turan, who again is marked by two. Gets past Leque, make up from the left back and slide in and force the corner.
Now 1 against 2 against that time. Arda Turan couldn't find the angle. Susaeta doing well, tracking back, as you have to expect from these players here for Athletic, helping out their fullback, and it was Leque.
First Barcelona corner, it's Rakitic to take. Right around the penalty spot. Played out of the 18 by Eraso. Falls to Neymar. Neymar trying to curl it over the top. It's slapped away by Herrerín. A wonderful save to deny Barcelona's first shot on target.
Wonderful. Right away, Neymar had options. Rakitic screaming for the ball, wanted it crossed into the far post, but the Brazilian just gets a little glimmer of hope. Maybe does he see the goalkeeper off his line, trying to tuck it into that top corner at the far post. Wasn't too far off.
Might have been further off, but it took a deflection. Rakitic once more. This time back post. Same results. And once more across the grain. Dani Alves, his second attempt from long distance.
And in the form that Neymar is in right now, Andres, 16 goals, 9 assists, the team leading. Can do it all, and you always want him to take this shot here, even if it was an impossibly narrow angle. Does take that wicked deflection, which actually could have gone a lot worse for goalkeeper Iago Herrerín.
Shot on target. It looked as though it might be hitting this crossbar, but Herrerín not taking any chances, slapping it over. Here's Athletic once more. Chipped into the 18. Adjusting his run is Susaeta. Arda Turan arrives first. That would appear to be last touch by Turan. Gonzalez has awarded it to Barcelona. Have another look here.
Maybe just comes off finally, very close to call. Looked like Turan might have gotten the final touch as it was getting pressed against his boot and ricocheted off. Either way, impossibly close to call.
Bombed forward by Dani Alves. Difficult for Munir to control, and Luis Enrique can't like what he's seen the opening quarter of an hour. Leque. Aduriz was in an offside position. Ter Stegen just getting it away on the challenge from Williams. Well, this is ground zero for one of the bigger mistakes that Marc-Andre Ter Stegen has made for Barcelona. It was in the Supercopa in San Mamés, where he came off of his line outside of the 18 and a header into the center circle that fell very kindly to Athletic.
And he can't take those risks, Andres.
Mikel San Jose shot it over the top of the goalkeeper for the first in that 4-1 victory. 4-0 victory, actually, in the first leg. As Mascherano plays it back toward Ter Stegen.
Yeah, it is very in style to have these German goalkeepers, a la Manuel Neuer, and they're coming off his line. First touch, certainly not what Ter Stegen wanted.
Alves gets it forward to Rakitic. Barcelona insisting down this near side. Turan forward for Rakitic, finally finding a pocket of space. The early cross around the defender, and it's Munir who puts it in the back of the net. He hasn't scored in over a season in La Liga, but he loves this competition. It's his 5th goal of the Copa, and Barca lead it 1-0.
What a ball that is. Ivan Rakitic had his step on the fullback, Iñigo Leque spotted the run inside from the youngster Munir. And he just has enough to get enough of a curve so the fullback wouldn't get a touch onto it, nor the center back, and it goes right by the defender, Laporte. Take another look at the build-up. So much movement, and it was Rakitic who frees himself up. It's Arda Turan. He draws all the crowd, has 3 Athletic defenders right around him, and no one following. Ivan Rakitic all alone down the flank. He looks up a few times, sees the run, and puts just enough of it to curl so it will get on the foot of Munir. That is a wonderful pass from the Croatian. And a bit of a defensive letdown from Athletic as everyone focusing in on Arda Turan. Just had to play that simple through ball into stride, and Ivan Rakitic all alone.
Munir scored a brace against Espanyol in the second leg of the last 16. In fact, the only 2 goals for Barcelona in that 2-0 victory over the Parakeets. He also scored twice in the 6-1 win over Villanovense. The second leg back in round 4. Now 5 goals in the Copa del Rey this season for the 20-year-old striker.
Done quite some damage here in the Cup. Munir can't really get any minutes in La Liga, but in the Cup, it's been his stomping ground.
Another ball forward, this time for Neymar. Couldn't control with that left foot. DeMarcos trying to curl it around Sergio Roberto Iñaki Williams. Ter Stegen off his line. Mascherano took it away. Not on the same page as the German goalkeeper. Alves. Only giving away. Piqué is there for cover. Uncharacteristic pass out of the back from Gerard Piqué, but maybe just rushing it. Leque. Time and space to settle. And he gets his touch wrong in front of Rakitic.
Yeah, it is such a dangerous game, Andres, to play that high line against Barcelona. Everyone converging in on Arda and Rakitic. Midfielder that can play that perfect kind of ball into stride. Lovely run as well. Didn't even mention the finish by Munir. Just a little bit more straightforward than that pass.
Here's Neymar. Against Williams. Leaves it for Andres Iniesta. Dani Alves with Rakitic. An association has been there all day today. Arda Turan sprung loose against Leque. They're doing expertly well. Until then, Rakitic with Munir. Tried to poke it toward the youngster. It's been won back by Beñat. And a safe pass to Herrerin. Aduris against Piqué. Snatched away by Dani Alves. Now Busquets chopped down from behind. Just a free kick. Just under 8 months ago, these two sides meeting in the Copa del Rey final. As Messi and Neymar scored the opening two before Messi got his brace to make it 3-0 with just over a quarter of an hour left to play. Iñaki Williams scored in that final. It was a consolation goal, 11 minutes from time. In fact, all three of the last Copa del Rey triumphs for Barcelona have come against Athletic Club de Bilbao in 2015, 2012, and 2009. Piqué. Long switch of play, looking for Neymar, but giving plenty of time for the Marcos to arrive. Busquets with Iniesta. Mascherano plays it across for Piqué. More patient now from Barcelona. He's still doing a good job of closing off the passing lanes. Athletic Club de Bilbao. All the way back from Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Mascherano. Trying to switch the play was Sergio Busquets. Beñat doing enough to make him uncomfortable. Iturraspe winning it back. Numbers forward for Athletic. Back on his feet was Eraso. And just losing possession to Sergio Roberto.
Yeah, just tripped over the ball. Eraso, and a great opportunity. Just screaming for that little ball to turn into space and just shoot right away at ter Stegen. Just let down by his footing there. That was a good sudden switch of pressure as well from Athletic as Barcelona trying to grow into a more comfortable possession, and then the high pressure from Valverde's men.
Diagonal to the near side for Ada Turan. This is for Dani Alves. Munir. This back to goal, retreating to Alves. Isolated on the far side is Neymar. As Barcelona overload the right. Could be trying to set something up for the second half. Alves, a challenge from Eraso. Gets it away to Rakitic. Forces the ball toward Mascherano, and it's over the top now, looking for Iñaki Williams. Piqué arrives. Quickly in for Iniesta. Sergio Roberto. Given away, but falling into the path of Neymar. Still there for Neymar. Empty net. Neymar passes it into the net. It's 2-0 Barcelona after 25 minutes. Another defensive gap at the back. And Athletic are made to pay for it.
It's the goalkeeper, Iago Herrerin. He comes out and dedicate yourself to that position. Have to get a touch onto it. Get it away from the danger zone. Lovely little touch by Neymar just to dink it by the goalkeeper. And Athletic can't believe it. They started out so well, first 10-12 minutes. And then two strikes from Barcelona. Two defensive miscues. And that's how quickly Barca can hurt you. Take a look at the build-up. They overloaded the right only a minute before, then trying to isolate Neymar on that left-hand side, and it's a poor pass. And it comes from De Marcos. Just trying to pass it back to one of his center backs. Didn't feel the pressure, and just like that, Barcelona get a one-on-one chance. Iago mistimes his tackle.
That's 20 goals in all competitions now for Neymar. He's got 14 assists to go alongside. It's only his second goal in the Copa, though it is only his second match in the Copa del Rey. Careless passes and picked up by Iñaki Williams. 3 on the break now for Athletic. Williams to the outside with Andres Iniesta giving cover and stopping the cross from De Marcos.
It was a bit lackadaisical playing the ball back to the center of the defense. Neymar and the other players pressing.
Through ball played forward, intercepted by Sergio Busquets. This is Sergio Roberto off the head of Neymar. Leque against Arda Turan. Well, there to be one. Dani Alves against Leque. It appeared to be last touch by Alves. Check that. Throw in given to Barcelona.
Yeah, lovely first touch there. Neymar just doing enough to redirect it by the goalkeeper, Herrerin. He's the cup goalkeeper. It's usually Iraisos in La Liga.
There's a good look at Ernesto Valverde. Actually played 2 seasons for Barcelona back in the days of Johan Cruyff, winning this competition in 1990. Played sparingly, though he did score 6 goals in 12 games, all competitions for Barca. The following year, he made his move to Athletic.
Actually gets right under the legs of Iago Herrerin. Missed touch coming from Echeta. Ball just takes an awkward bounce right in front of him, squirts by him.
Likes his games against Athletic. He scored in 5 in a row against Athletic Club now. Neymar. Athletic will continue to lose their footing. They need to keep this close. 28 minutes gone, and it's Athletic's 0 to Barcelona's 2 with a whole second leg still to play at the Camp Nou. One back by Sergio Busquets. Arda Turan. Leaves it for Alves. Arda. Against Leque. Susaeta coming over to help. Now Alves. Munir. Seemed to be tripped up from behind. Gonzalez allows play to continue. Once again, it's route 1. Looking for Alduriz. Gerard Piqué takes a step forward. Just enough on it to reach Iniesta. Well, this is the only stadium in Spain where Andres Iniesta hears the whistles regularly. Considered a hero everywhere else. He's not been forgiven what was, in their view, a mistaken red card against him by the Athletic Club fans. Alves with Munir. Does certainly look more comfortable in a central role, Munir El Haddadi, and he does playing out wide. Sergio Roberto finding Busquets. Susaeta. As Beñat leaves it, Iñaki Williams. Williams for Aduri. Touched away by Mascherano. Corner kick coming up for Athletic. Oh, the way this one started, you would not expect it to be 2-0 Barcelona at this stage.
Absolutely not. Really looked like Athletic had everything the way they wanted. Opening 12 minutes or so, and then a mistake at the back. Neymar, one-on-one against the goalkeeper, does enough to get it by him. And by the last defender. He's been in sensational form this season, the Brazilian.
Well, swung into the 18, dealt with well by Sergio Busquets. Now it's Munir cutting inside. Arda Turan. Touched away from Arda. Busquets whistled for the foul. Susaeta on the receiving end. Free kick coming up for Athletic.
It's a lot more stop-start now than it was in the opening 10 minutes when the referee seemed like he was going to let a lot go.
Beñat set to deliver for Athletic. Swung into the 18 back post. Is Ter Stegen off of his line, able to collect. Iniesta. Switch of play for Dani Alves. Leaves it for Piqué. Back toward Ter Stegen, and just look at how many athletic players are pressuring in Barcelona's half.
And how much separation there is between all the Barcelona players. Using every single inch of the pitch here to just spread it side to side.
Alves, Iniesta. Happy to make athletic chase. 31 minutes down. The goals by Munir and Neymar in the 18th and 25th minute have Barcelona up 2-0 in this two-legged affair. Curled forward, looking for Munir, only finding Laporte. Arda, Alves, Don Andres, Mascherano. Here's Sergi Roberto. Ball into stride for Neymar. Wonderful pass from Sergi Roberto. Options to cross into. Iniesta with his left misfires out of the Turan. Leaves it for Busquets as it takes a deflection off Beñat. Dribbling himself into trouble is Beñat. Nicoy gets it away.
Several options there. Neymar, two inside the box, making the run at the near and far post. Instead, he saw Iniesta just inside the box, no one around him. And you do expect that first touch from Iniesta. Just trying to side-foot it first time to be a bit better. Great distribution though, Neymar. Went for the clear option.
Last touch by DeMarcos. No, it came off of Neymar. There is the 2015 Manager of the Year, who did not attend the FIFA Gala to collect his award. So he was preparing the second leg of the quarterfinal, or rather the last 16 tie against Espanyol, one in which Barcelona had a commanding lead from the first leg. Alves leaves it for Arda.
A few real great combinations on that right-hand side with Rakitic always going forward, combining well with Arda Turan. What was that combination that found the first goal for Barca?
Iturraspe intercepting Iniesta's pass. I'm not afraid to stick a leg in this time, Andres Iniesta. Busquets takes a bump from Aritz Aduriz. Here's Aduriz. Touched away by Iniesta. Busquets. It was touched away by Mascherano. This is Iniesta. Well, it's a sloppier game than Barca would like. But they are 2-0 up on the scoreboard, and they get this whistle in their favor.
And Valverde made a point before the match to say he didn't want this match to turn into a fight, certainly getting a bit more physical. It was great work initially, Iniesta getting away from three defenders. There's the trickery from Neymar that these athletic fans may be taking objection to. You know what I'd tell them, right? Deal with it. Really is the beauty of the game.
Arda. And he couldn't set it liquid. And he commits the foul against Susaeta. 10 minutes to go in the opening half. Mascherano nodding it forward. And again, Rakitic settles for Busquets. PK under pressure, played back to Ter Stegen. Trying to find Sergi Roberto in midfield. Iñaki Williams again against Andres Iniesta. Iniesta whistled for a second foul.
We're now Athletic using a lot of energy, essentially chasing shadows, finally get the ball back. But question I have, how long will they be able to keep this up, this high pressure? Barcelona's so good at playing keep away now. It's
been 6 years now since the foul that Athletic fans protest every time that Andres Iniesta touches the ball. It's a long time to hold a grudge. Beñat blasting it forward, edge of the 6. Aduriz the intended target. Ter Stegen claims it out of the sky. Close marking by Gerard Piqué. Doesn't look entirely comfortable, Mascherano. Rakitic. Allowed to continue. No foul in the view of Gonzalez. Here's Aduriz. Not a bad ball to find Liquid. And a good first touch as well. Piqué sliding through to deny him.
Wonderful challenge ball first. A little textbook from Gerard Piqué.
Beñat trying to dribble through traffic. It's left there for Rakitic. Iniesta. Long ball in his stride for Neymar. With Munir arriving for help. And it's Arda Turan alone at the back post. Neymar. Touched away by DeMarcos. Unfairly by DeMarcos. And now it's Athletic on the break. In the space for Eraso. Eraso trying to get through. Sergio Busquets puts the brakes on him. But he's done so with a foul.
It's fine defending by Oscar DeMarcos. He didn't bite on all those body feints from Neymar. Just trying to get DeMarcos to commit either way so the Brazilian could cut in. But stood his ground. Oscar DeMarcos gets the ball back. It's a physical challenge to brush off Neymar. And so what that means to San Mamés faithful. Love that kind of intensity from their players. DeMarcos, a player who is just as good going forward. A real speedster on that right-hand side. They're showing his defensive capabilities as well. It's never going to be easy against Neymar.
Long ball delivered into the heart of the 18. Aduriz settles with his back to goal, but in a crowd of Barcelona defenders. Takes a tumble inside the 18. And a good view of it, Gonzalez. Game of head tennis is broken out, and finally the whistle in favor of Barcelona. Munir brought down.
That's where the referee has to be good at keeping things under control. It's been getting a bit more feisty as the first half has gone on. Now it's Iturraspe and Dani Alves getting into it. Let's take a look at what they had the objection to.
Extension of the arm from Iturraspe onto the back of Munir.
And here's another one, Iturraspe. Rather Cheite was leaning in with that left arm. Not much contact. And the contact there, not much into it. You see that every time there's a set piece, really, all the pushing and pulling. Seems like it happens every single year, more and more.
Piqué. Poor ball back for Ter Stegen, who just gets it away to Rakitic. Alves. Wrong direction from Dani Alves. Aduriz. Able to keep it in play, but he's given it away to the Brazilian. Alves. Rakitic. Arda Turan. Locked in a permanent battle with Liquid. And a foul on Liquid. Well, he was questioned prior to the match. Gonzalez. He's given a yellow card to Iniesta for his protests as well. This was the referee of the controversial first leg between Espanyol and Barcelona, in which Barca felt that he was a bit too lenient with some of the rough play of their city rivals. He's also the referee of that Real Madrid-Real Sociedad match, in which there were a couple of controversial penalties given to Real Madrid and two not called. A chance to pull one back. Well, he had plenty of options.
Yep.
I think he's wondering why it didn't come to him.
Absolutely, and he's got a point. Eraso just shooting it blindly. Doesn't even look to see where he is. Just takes it in stride. Left-footed, first-time effort. It's not an impossible angle if he can curl it maybe to that far post, but had Aduriz, if he had just looked up, in a much better position, and also a much better goal scorer.
Switch of play for Neymar. In front of DeMarcos once more. Offside. Just to be clear, the yellow card in the 39th minute to Andres Iniesta for dissent. There was no yellow given to Iturraspe for the elbow on the back of Munir that prompted the little exchange. Five minutes left to play in this first half regulation. Chopped down from behind once more is Munir. There's another look at the offside call.
Doesn't look offside from that angle. Seems like he was being kept on by Laporte.
This looked clearly onside as well.
Yep. About a foot or so. It was a great ball out wide.
And the high pressure from Athletic trying to prevent Barcelona from playing the ball on the ground out of the back. Iago Herrerín well off his line to clear it away. Clear attempt from Athletic to force Barcelona to play this ball long and confidence that they can win it in the air, the home side. And for Rakitic, chested down for Arda. Dani Alves. Busquets. Busquets is all of the work he does before the ball arrives at time. He's such a shifty character in terms of misdirection. And at last was touched by an Athletic player is Arda Turan. He's in possession.
Only a few footballers can do what Busquets does before the ball arrives. Just those little tiny body feints send the defender the wrong way. The first touch always knows where he's going.
Still Alves with Arda Turan. Now Rakitic turning on the style. Played back to Piqué. Iniesta. Dispossessed by Iturraspe. Eraso against Mascherano. As Maschi comes with a sliding tackle, he argued that he won the ball. Eraso hits the deck. And Gonzalez awards the free kick.
Gonzalez maybe thinking that Mascherano went through Eraso. Take a look. Maybe a little bit of contact before, then gets the ball. On the ankle there of Eraso. With the foot that was tucked in. This is where Athletic really need to make the most of their opportunities, Andres. Haven't gotten a Duriz, a good opportunity inside the box. At times we have seen him, he's been out wider, outside the box in a more central position. Have to applaud his work rate at Duriz, but that's the man you want on the final touch.
And he's got just over a third of Athletic's goals in all competitions this season, 22 of the 65. Beñat delivers to the back post. Gerard Piqué makes a touch to get it away.
Excited for that big center back, Laporte, making the run at the far post. Well covered though. Lovely service in as well from Beñat. Right in stride, yet Duriz and Laporte there at the far post. Two most dangerous men in the air for Athletic.
Beñat delivered again to the back post. Ter Stegen punching it away. Barcelona player down is Gerard Piqué at the edge of the 6. Massive bodies outside of the 18. And inside the Turan, who comes away with possession. Begging for it is Munir. Arda spots him in the stride. Munir outside of his boot. Leque gets there first. It's slow from Munir. Good recovery from the left back, who's played it off from the young Barcelona start.
Turns on the Jets, Leque as well to get in front. It was a lovely ball originally played into stride for Munir. A bit of upset that the play wasn't stopped as Piqué's been down for the last minute.
And that was all for the first half. Piqué will have some time to recover. It's Barcelona 2, Athletic 0 in San Mamés.
Was a head injury, Andres. Goes right to the rib cage of Ter Stegen. There is contact there, plenty of it. Maybe just feeling a little bit woozy. And I try to get up, and looks like it is going to be a head injury, Piqué.
Well, Munir Haddadi scored the opener 18 minutes in. Neymar doubled the score in the 25th. Piqué still receiving treatment. It's his Athletic 0, Barcelona 2.
Is the new Panini FIFA 365 official sticker album, featuring more than 800 of the world's top stars from all your favorite clubs on less than 500 stickers. Start your collection today. Available at select retailers and online at icollectpanini.com. Panini!
Alucinante. By design. Seduciendo. By design.
Here's something to shout from the mountaintop. Cricket's plans start at $35 a month after $5 autopay credit, with more 4G LTE coverage nationwide than T-Mobile or Sprint. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
I've got a small business, and everybody said you should be promoting it with Facebook.
Well, I use Facebook for myself, but I had no idea how to use it for my plumbing business.
Then I heard about web.com.
They told me they would build a professional Facebook page for my business free.
So I gave them a call.
And then they built me a Facebook page for free. I couldn't believe it.
If you call web.com now, you can have a new Facebook page built for your small business free. We even write posts for your Facebook page that will get people talking about you.
It's like I have this whole big social media department for my business.
Call now and web.com will build your new Facebook page free. Then we'll continue to bring you new fans, write posts for you, and report on results, all for one low monthly fee. If not, cancel and pay nothing.
Now people call me and say, I found you on Facebook. How cool is that?
You say it, we build it free.
Call 1-800-862-8706 today.
The stars of La Liga are on beIN Sports. Zidane has had an easy start so far on the bench of the Bernabeu club. Betis versus Real Madrid, Sunday on beIN Sports. SBK Superbike, February on beIN Sports.
Terry and Kevin with you at halftime of this Copa del Rey quarterfinal match. Athletic Club, of course, lots of build-up for the home side going into this one. And they started strong. What happened for Barcelona to come back 2-0?
It was a goal. It was a piece of genius, an absolute piece of genius collectively from the team. It was a bright start from Athletic Club. It really was. The intensity was there. They were creating chances through sheer heart, and this goal went in the 18th minute from Renier, who's been a bright spark in this tournament. That is a quality finish, and he's showing a little bit more confidence than what we saw earlier in the campaign, and this was just poor defensively, and in the end, the easiest goal you'll see for a player of Neymar's calibre. 2-0 Barcelona and cruising. What I will say is, in the last game that Athletic Club played in this tournament, they came back from 2 goals down against Villarreal.
Still 45 minutes left in this one. Yeah. We will see what happens and a complete review of the first half with Dre and Mateo when we come back.
When you're driving along and your cell phone rings, do your eyes instantly go off the road? Does turning the wheel make it slip, slide, and even hide? Then you need to get a grip. Hi, David Jones here with the new GripGo, the most versatile hands-free mount that will instantly grip any phone for safe driving. Just attach the suction cup to your windshield or dash, and GripGo grabs your phone ultra fast.
There's even a new GripGo that attaches to your air vent. Then look, your phone peels off with no sticky residue.
With GripGo, your phone stays securely in front of you, so you can talk and safely drive at the same time. Hi, this is David.
Hi, Dave. It's Jackie.
Yeah, I'll be there in 5 minutes. And check this out. The 360-degree pivoting mount allows you to always get the perfect viewing angle. It's even strong enough to grab and hold this expensive smartphone out the window. Yet it comes right off with ease. That's the advantage of GripGo. The secret? Our unique polymer surface that acts like millions of suction cups that instantly grip and release over and over again. Watch, even this 6-pound bowling ball can't shake the grip of GripGo, yet it comes right off fast and easy. And if the grip pad ever gets dirty, just a quick rinse and it performs like new. Stop dropping and diving for your phone. GripGo keeps it held tight and in plain sight, whether it's your phone, protective case, GPS, even a tablet for the passenger. Other phone mounts are complicated and cost up to $80.
But you can get the amazing GripGo with dashboard mount and our new air vent mount for only $14.99. Order right now and we'll double the offer and give you a second set totally free. That's right, no additional shipping and handling charges. So keep your eyes on the road and get 2 complete GripGo systems for $14.99.
To order GripGo for $14.99 plus processing and handling, call 1-800-972-3581. That's 1-800-972-3581 or order online at getgripgo.com.
The Serie A is here on beIN Sports. Juve is on a great streak, and now they're seeking the top of the table. Juventus versus Roma, Sunday on beIN Sports.
Ecuador, in awakening. Uruguay, back in business. Brazil, simple and effective. Paraguay, a new identity. Chile, Argentina, Colombia, ready for battle. Bolivia, Peru, Venezuela, relentless. The biggest South American stars. The 2018 CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers returns March 24th on beIN Sports.
Welcome back. It is the halftime break. Athletic Club trailing Barcelona 2-0 in the first leg of their quarterfinal tie. The two protagonists of the 2015 Copa del Rey final back at it again, standing in each other's way, this time in the quarterfinals. And a look back at the first 45 minutes of play. Quarter of an hour in, this chance from the corner kick turns into a Dani Alves effort from range.
Absolutely, Andres, and then Neymar getting the ball just inside the box, measures his angles, trying to see if he can catch Yanko Herrerin off to just slide it into that top corner. Takes a wicked deflection, and Herrerin not taking any chances, has to palm it over the crossbar. Then take a look at this. Arda Turan draws the crowd from 3 Athletic defenders. Ivan Rakitic released all on his own, looks up a few times, sees the run of Munir, and he gets right in behind the central defender, and that is a great ball from Ivan Rakitic, and some very questionable defending. 3 all around Arda Turan. No one sees Rakitic continuing his run down that right flank, and just like that, it is 1-0. Then this ball sent in, takes a deflection. Neymar one-on-one, gets it by Yanko Herrerin, who comes out, and the goalkeeper has to get a touch onto this one, Andres. He's coming out, committing himself to getting a touch. If he doesn't, then it's a wide open goal for Neymar, defender on his backside. And Barcelona 2-0 up, and Athletic, they started the match well, but after the 12th minute or so, it was all Barcelona.
Hey, Courtney Hansen here with you for Endurance.
If you're like me, you love your car, but even the best vehicles break down at some point. And when your car's warranty expires, you're gonna have to pay those repairs out of pocket. Can you believe what it costs to repair your car these days? I mean, look at these prices. I can think of so many things I would rather buy than a new fuel injector or transmission. Well, Endurance has a solution. With an Endurance Vehicle Protection Plan, we pay for your auto repairs. The parts, the labor, all of it's covered. With Endurance, you'll save thousands, and you get to choose the mechanic who repairs your car. Remember, insurance only covers you if you're in an accident, but that's just half the equation. Endurance is the other half, protecting you when your car breaks down. Insurance plus endurance equals total protection. That's my kind of math.
Protect yourself against the high cost of auto repairs with Endurance. Call right now for a free quote.
La Copa del Rey reaches the quarterfinals. In their last matchup, Los Colchoneros unleashed their powerhouse. But every match is a different story. Celta versus Atlético Madrid. Today on beIN Sports.
Welcome to the new era.
The best just got better.
beIN Sport.
beIN Sport.
beIN Sport.
beIN Sports.
The global sports network.
beIN Sport.
You think you have seen it all, but you haven't. Right here
on beIN Sports.
It's been physical, though it has not necessarily gotten out of hand, at least not in terms of physical play. It is 2-0 to Barcelona after 45 minutes. And Andres Iniesta, the only player to have picked up a yellow in that first half. The second half getting underway next.
Saturday, the Giants of La Liga travel to the city of Malaga as they continue to keep the pace for the La Liga championship race. Los Boquerones have another objective: disrupt and derail the Spanish Kings. Malaga versus Barcelona on beIN Sports.
Where are you?
Well, the squirrels are back in the attic.
Mom?
Your dad won't call an exterminator.
Can I call you back, Mom?
He says it's personal this time.
If you're a mom, you call it the worst time. That's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Where are you? It's very loud there. Are you taking a Zumba class?
I'll be right back. Be good.
Text Mom. Boys have been really good today. Send. Let's get Marcus' own cell phone. Send.
Brad could use a new bike. Send.
Message. You decide. They're your kids.
Why are you guys texting Grandma?
It was him.
Keep your family connected. App Connect on the newly redesigned Passat from Volkswagen.
Athletic out on the pitch, waiting for the start of the second half. Still waiting for Barcelona to emerge. Well, they did strike first. A couple of goals by El Haddadi and Neymar Jr. The difference so far, 8 minutes span in the first half. Seen Barcelona pick up a couple of away goals as Barca make their way out for the start of the second stanza. Don't appear to be any changes on either side. The same 22 players that started this one will start the second half. Well, Athletic will feel that The 6-0 loss in league play on Sunday was conditioned by a decision 4 minutes in that saw Gorka Irazoz sent off and a penalty go against him. It's been self-inflicted that have cost him today. As Gonzalez gets us underway in the second half. Barcelona in the road blues, moving from right to left and up 2-0. Goals by Munir in the 18th, Neymar in the 25th. Mateo, 50 cups between these two sides, the two winningest clubs in the history of this competition, and it was Barca winning their 27th over Athletic Club back in May. Only a third of MSN on the pitch today. That's Neymar in the absence of Messi and Suarez, but Munir and Arda Turan, two of the bright spots for the Catalan club.
Absolutely, it was Arda that picked out Rakitic, who set up the assist for the goal, and then Munir getting himself into a great position to receive that ball from Rakitic, and Munir hoping to transfer this cup form into La Liga if he'll ever get time.
Williams into the middle for Eraso. Back out to Iturraspe. Beñat. He is the glue to that midfield, Beñat. Dispossessed the ball played brilliantly forward by Busquets. Trying to chip the goalkeeper is Munir, but attentive Yago Herrarin to deny him.
Well, that was audacious from Munir. Lovely ball as he splits the two central defenders, Acheta and Aymeric Laporte, and he saw Yago Herrarin off his line, trying to get it right over him. Would have been better to just take those few extra touches and go on a one-on-one, just trying to dance by the goalkeeper. What a ball that is. It's Sergi Busquets who finds Munir in stride. I think Munir's been watching a bit too much Barcelona with that finish.
Chip forward to the edge of the 18. It's fallen for Susaeta. Blocked by Dani Alves. And Iniesta gets it away. Only as far as Iturraspe. Into the middle, Beñat. Thought about this shot. Played forward for Eraso. Sergio Roberto muscled off the ball, and a deflection leaves it to Iñaki.
Those are the things that Munir will learn, but obviously confident in his abilities, and I think that shows just how much confidence he does have at the moment. Had to step, or rather a few steps on Laporte, and sees Herrarin off his line. It's not even close. Even if he had angled that one perfectly, as it looked like he had, Herrarin was not to be beaten, not that way at least.
Not a touch for Athletic. Doesn't look at all out of place at left back. Sergio Roberto.
Doesn't look out of place anywhere.
Neymar, dispossessed by Iturraspe.
Really been incredible, Sergio Roberto. Didn't really get many minutes in the previous seasons, and now really filled the band-aid role in any sort of position that Luis Enrique wanted him in.
Given away for Eraso against Piqué, cutting inside. Eraso! Just off the mark, he had the right idea, trying to pick out the corner pocket.
And once again, it's Aduriz playing the creator role. Receives the ball, lovely little back heel into stride for the midfielder, who's been the most offensive of the three midfielders in this formation. Creates that little bit of space, gets it under the legs of Piqué.
It was a fast start for Athletic in the first half. It's a fast start in the second half. Rakitic. Not the same idea with Munir. Sacheta gets it away. Laporte putting it out of play. It'll stay with Barcelona.
Once again, Andres, starting the second half, we saw the dangers of playing that high line against Barcelona, a team with some of the most creative midfielders in world football. And in a second, if the right run is made, they can pick it out to perfection, as we saw with Munir.
Wonderful ball for Arita Duri. He and Iñaki Williams on the break, 2 against 4. Williams couldn't control. Alves, Iniesta. Magic from Iniesta around Beñat. Still Iniesta, still Beñat. He's a magician.
Yeah.
Sergio Roberto. Careless touch as Beñat takes it away. Acheta. Diagonal only finding Dani Alves. Susaeta in front. Rakitic shielding the ball well. Brought down from behind, and Gonzalez just towards the free kick. Played quickly for Neymar. Neymar in traffic. Spaniat. Herrerin gets it away. Andres Iniesta picked up a yellow card in the 39th minute for dissent. He's the only player to be booked so far as Neymar is tripped up.
Just that little touch by Anduriz.
Full of intent as well. That's certainly a bookable offense. Aditya Duri nowhere near the ball. And he rakes the cleats along the back of Neymar as well. All full of intent.
Knew exactly what he was doing. That is naughty behavior. Anduriz.
He should be off.
Yep.
Aditya Duri, he's a wonderful footballer. He's having arguably the best season of his career. But he should have been sent off. The foul had absolutely nothing to do with the play itself as he trips Neymar up intentionally. That should have been a yellow card, and then could have been a straight red for raking his cleats along the back of Neymar. Luis Enrique suggesting in his pre-match press conference that Gonzalez at times can have difficulty managing the intensity of these matches. Sergi Roberto. Neymar alongside. And then Iñaki Williams. Last touch by Neymar. Out to touch for Athletic. Duraspe getting it away on the challenge from Andres Iniesta. It's given away by Susaeta. Good recovery from Beñat. Long diagonal switch for Williams. Iñaki Williams against Sergi Roberto. Put a roadblock in. DeMarcos.
He will not be beaten, will he? Sergi Roberto. One-on-one against Iñaki Williams. You'd figure that the pace of Iñaki would give some trouble to Sergi Roberto, but held his ground. He anticipated that Iñaki was going to go direct right towards him. Just sticks in the boot perfectly. Well done, Sergi Roberto.
This time it's Dani Alves who's tripped up from behind. Fouls are starting to pile up against Athletic. It's actually been remarkably level in terms of fouls throughout this game. Perception can be deceiving. That's the 11th foul by Athletic Club to 9 for Barcelona. Piqué forced to play it back for Ter Stegen, who may be forced to play it long himself. Given away to Acheta. Blazing a trail down the middle. Acheta too heavy on the pass with 2 targets to aim for. Looked as though Williams was closest to it.
Does so well, doesn't he? Shrugging off the challenges from Iturraspe, not once, but twice. And then for good measure, he goes around him once again. Little magician Andres Iniesta. And we were hoping the referee wouldn't become a talking point, but seems like it's heading that way.
Beñat near post. Sergi Roberto got the head in. Miscommunication with Leque. DeMarcos safely back for Herrerin. Laporte sticking an arm out, hitting the back of Busquets. And Mateo, anytime a manager speaks about the referee after the match, it can be interpreted as an excuse. When he speaks about him before the match, it can be interpreted as putting pressure. Either way, here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez showing the first yellow card to an Athletic player today. It's Aymeric Laporte who will go in the referee's book.
Now, this is really where you can see a referee. How will he deal with games like this? The intensity was going to be really amped up a notch after that midweek game and all the great matches that these two sides have played in the last 6 months or so. And it's all about the referee keeping things level-headed, not letting anything get out of control.
By the way, an invitation to participate in the locker room, our What I Love segment, brought to you by Ford. Send us your favorite moments from this game or others on beIN Sports using the hashtag What I Loved. Hashtag Que Te Gustó in the Spanish Twitter handle, which is ESPN Sports. What have you loved so far?
Love the intensity, love the performance from several players like Roberto, Munir as well. I know that he had a better opportunity to just take that ball in stride and not go for the chip, but I think that shows you that he does have confidence for a youngster. Also, how well he's done in this cup competition. And mentally feeling great after getting that first goal in the first 45 minutes of action. Dangerous player coming on, Andres Iker Muniain.
Well, Muniain was expected to get a good run out at the weekend, but that 4th-minute red card shaking things up for Ernesto Valverde, and Muniain was the man who was sacrificed as he prepares to step in now for his second start in this Copa. A lot of play by Sergi Roberto, who was trying to link up with Andres Iniesta. It is Markel Susaeta who will make way. As the 23-year-old Iker Muniain checks into the game. Mateo, he was the youngest player ever to debut for Athletic Club and the youngest player ever to score for Athletic at the age of 16. Now 23.
Lovely technical player, Muniain. Able to take the defender on one-on-one. Great in combining in the final third. We'll give another option to those front men for Athletic. Still plenty of time. Such a positive start for Athletic, but are they really going to be able to keep that up for a full 90?
Benyat retreating. Chipped over Neymar to find Oscar De Marcos as Iñaki Williams. Crossed into the danger zone. Just the kind of ball that Aduriz Aduriz likes to run onto.
Just inviting the run from Aduriz at that near post.
There's a souvenir for a lucky fan. Touched away by Munir. Not a bad ball forward, but intercepted by Sergio Roberto. Busquets. Shielding the ball so well. Tripped up by De Marcos. Not spotted by Gonzalez. And quickly in play for Eraso. Falls for Aduriz against Mascherano. Rakitic gets it away, and the whistle's gone against Aduriz.
He's been a bit nervous, hasn't he? Aduriz hasn't been able to get involved. The touches he's had have been outside the box, and first that little dragging of the foot alongside the back of Neymar. Pull back on Mascherano after a wonderful interception by the Argentine. Hasn't been his best match for Aduriz. And all credit to him, he's really worked hard, trying to get involved any way he can, but he's the kind of player that Athletic want in the final third, inside the box, not outside of it.
Sergio Roberto under some real pressure here, absorbing from Iñaki Williams. Tried to sell the foul, the linesman's not buying it. Williams says get up, and he's got Athletic a throw in. Iniesta just getting on the way of Iturraspe's pass. Williams off the head of Sergio Roberto. Put it forward for Neymar. Off his line is Ter Stegen. Ball appeared to have crossed the line on this near side as Iniesta had other ideas. Williams, Iniesta. Marked closely by Benyat. Might have embellished the fault, Andres Iniesta. Gonzalez says there was no foul. There is this time as Iturraspe takes down Neymar.
Iturraspe, another one. Sends a little message as well, and then walks over Neymar. That's the best response. Just laughing it off. 2-0 lead for Barcelona away.
Mentioned Athletic, the second most successful club in this competition. They won their last Copa del Rey title against Barcelona. That was back in 1984 at the Bernabeu in front of 100,000 fans. A 1-0 win, enough for Javier Clemente's Athletic to beat Cesar Luis Menotti's Barcelona. Iniesta, now you see it, now you don't. It's intercepted by Cheita. Mateo, that match had Diego Maradona and Bernd Schuster playing for Barcelona. back in the Menotti days. Alves took a deflection. Javier Clemente, by the way, the man who gave Ernesto Valverde his nickname of the Ant in Basque. Chingurri. Played forward for Neymar, couldn't quite trap it.
Really a brilliant sequence by Mascherano. The interception, the anticipation that the ball was headed there. He jumped right before the pass was even played. And then trying to set up the ball into stride.
And now we're down. It's Athletic 0, Barcelona 2.
He's been excellent today, Mascherano.
Aduriz. Just been Charlie horsed by Dani Alves, who wants to apologize. The right idea is Iñaki Williams is making the run. The poor delivery. Kick in the back.
Yep.
Switch of play. Bounces just in front of Liquid. Back here doesn't quite come off. He was looking for Iker Muniain, affectionately nicknamed Bart Simpson. I'll let you be the judge of why. Second substitution for Ernesto Valverde. So he brings on Sabin Merino.
Well, it's a bit more of an attacking move. Eraso was the midfielder. Had more of a penchant to get forward and join the attack. Had one good opportunity inside the box where maybe should have played it off to Aduriz, who was in a great position. A bit selfish though.
Aduriz with the flick back for Iñaki Williams against Sergio Busquets and Mascherano. Mascherano, as Busquets gets it to bounce off the shin of Iñaki. It's out to touch for Barcelona. Sabin, one of the players promoted from the B team. This his third appearance in this Copa. He started a couple of matches for Athletic in Copa del Rey. Just 23 years old.
Oh, just a player, Sabin, who scored 18 times for Athletic's second side last season, so definitely has the goals in him. Only has that one goal in La Liga so far.
Good control here from Munir. For Arda Turan, with Rakitic making the run. In control of the match, had just gotten away from Barcelona in this second half. Athletic doing a good job of maintaining a bit of possession themselves. In fact, for the second half, they've just slightly edged out the possession figures, 51%. Williams for Aduriz against Alves. Well read by the Brazilian, it's fallen to Muniain. Waiting for the run of De Marcos. Nicely read by Andres Iniesta. Chip forward towards Sergi Roberto. And Tito Raspe coming across to deny him the ball. Dangerous flick back. The flag goes up. High boot could have been interpreted as dangerous play, but I believe Aduriz was offside.
Let's take a look. Yeah, just offside. Mascherano was keeping him on. Lovely back heel for Mitu Raspe. Great idea, and just about a foot offside was Aduriz. By the way, the angle closed down so quickly by Ter Stegen, even if it had been let go by the referee.
Here's Gerard Piqué. So Eraso and Susaeta have been subbed out for Athletic. A couple of changes to to two of the three attacking midfielders, and De Marcos has won it back. Mascherano with a potential goal-saving sliding tackle, appeals for a handball on the Argentina international, and here's what he thinks of it.
Take a closer look here if we get an instant replay. Just diving across the ground, Mascherano to close down the angle on De Marcos. Nah, there's nothing in it. Just takes a touch off his leg. Even if it did take a touch off the arm, it wasn't in an unnatural position. Just trying to soften the blow of going to ground.
Corner near side looking for Sabin. Played out now to Munir. Iñaki Williams giving chase. Neymar's first touch pulled back by DeMarcos. And surely that's a yellow card.
That's the only way they're going to stop him. DeMarcos is quick, but knew he was beaten for pace there. Neymar just had to step on him.
It did look as though Iñaki Williams, who was incredibly quick with or without the ball, could have gotten there, but DeMarco's not taking any chances. He's got his back to Williams and maybe didn't see him.
Yeah, I had no idea that Iñaki continued the run. Also had a center back, plenty of cover, but not taking the risk on the form that Neymar's in.
So it's DeMarcos and Laporte who are in the referee's book for Athletic. Andres Iniesta picked up a yellow in the 39th minute, and it's a newcomer for a newcomer as Aleix Vidal prepares to check in for Arda Turan. Turan joining Barcelona in the summer for 37 million US, wasn't allowed to play until January. Same case for Aleix Vidal, who came over from Sevilla for 18.5 million. So this does raise an interesting tactical question as to just exactly where Aleix Vidal will line up.
Roberto's going to stay there as a left back, so Aleix Vidal will play further up the formation. Thought maybe he would have played as the left back and Sergio Roberto move up. And Sergio Roberto's filled every role, winger, central midfield, but Vidal will be playing on the right wing.
Remember, Sergio Roberto started the season as a right back. As Aleix Vidal gets his first touch and is chopped down immediately. Another yellow card coming out from Gonzalez.
That's about time. Gonzalez a few times that he should have taken out the cards on these Athletic players, but he let play continue.
Well, now 3 of the back 4 have been painted yellow. As DeMarcos and Laporte also in the referee's book.
That's a little introduction to the game from Echeta on Vidal. Welcome. Here's a little gift. Goes right through him. It's a poor tackle from the center back. Another tactical foul.
Just to continue that thought for a moment, remember, he began this season, Sergio Roberto, a right back in place of the injured Dani Alves. He trained there a bit during the offseason because Douglas was missing through injury, and so as potential backup for the likes of Dani Alves, turned out they needed him from the get-go at the beginning of the season. He's also played at right back, defensive mid, both of the inside central mid sides, as well as right wing and left wing. Similarly, Aleix Vidal, a player who can play left back, right back, and either wing.
Always a luxury, especially when you have a smaller squad. Have players that can fill all those roles, and who would have thought Sergio Roberto would have been as important as he became in the first half of the season.
Well, the third and final substitution, as they all came quick for Ernesto Valverde, is Mikel San Jose checking in for Beñat.
Maybe a bit more of a defensive look. Mikel San Jose, a player who can play as a central defender or a defensive midfielder. Good in the air. And Beñat, I think you lose a little bit in terms of passing.
San Jose may be a defensive midfielder / center back, but he's also the top scoring of the central midfielders for Athletic this season. He's got 3 goals and an assist so far in the campaign. It was down to either him or Iturraspe getting the starting nod. As Mascherano plays it away from Williams. Piqué heard the footsteps. Busquets. Alves. Aleix Vidal just pulled back. Takes over the number 22, which was previously worn by Dani Alves as a tribute to Eric Abidal. Alves switching over to Xavi's old number, the number 6. Munir. Rakitic winning it right back. And he's chopped down by Iturraspe. Well, it was close on the fouls. It's now 17 for Athletic. Barcelona committing 10 of their own. And that'll get a few jeers and a few laughs. Here's Rakitic hoping to catch Herrera off his line. Mateo, if you're Barcelona, are you happy to sit on a 2-0 lead going into the home leg at the Camp Nou? And conversely, if you're Athletic, are you desperate to pull one back?
Absolutely. Andres thought Athletic would have pulled one back. And they continue playing like they did in the first 10 minutes. These 2 goals away to San Mamés, absolutely crucial for Barcelona.
Now it's Iniesta chopped down. 18th foul.
Not a bad price to take back to the Camp Nou.
DeMarcos, and again, it's with no interest in the ball whatsoever. Ball's on the other side of him. Ball's on his left. And DeMarcos lashes out with his right.
Definitely looks like there is bad blood. Maybe stretching all the way back to before the season. Plenty of encounters between these sides. Some very entertaining. Some lopsided, like the one we just saw last week.
And never a dull moment between these two. The 6-0 at the weekend on Sunday with Lionel Messi scoring 7 minutes in from the penalty spot. Luis Suarez getting himself a hat-trick, and Ivan Rakitic also got in on the action in the second half. 2 previous meetings were back in the Spanish Supercopa at the start of the season. Barcelona losing the first one 4-0 at the stadium. Did finish 1-1 at the Camp Nou. That was not enough, and there were 2 red cards in that one as Piqué and Quique Sola were both sent off.
Yeah, we talked about this one before the match, Andres. A bit of a different Barcelona, wasn't it?
And the only game I didn't mention, which was also a slightly different Barcelona, but a successful one, was in that season opener. Barca coming away with a 1-0 win over Athletic in San Mamés, and Luis Suarez, the goal scorer then.
Very close matches. See the way that Athletic do press, and they can play beautiful football as well. They gave us a taste of it in the first half. One of those stadiums where the crowd really does play in your favor. Very passionate fans here in the Basque Country. And to think that Athletic have done this, only recruiting players from the region. It is one of the more unique recruiting processes in European football, and incredibly one that's been successful for them to stay in the top flight.
Terrific youth divisions. Ter Stegen misplaced his pass. He might have been looking for Sergi Roberto. He found Iñaki Williams instead. Iñaki into the 18. Touch took him away from his angle. And it's Busquets comes away dribbling. Iniesta, Busquets, Iniesta, Busquets. Difficult ball for Sergi Roberto. Trying to take it off his chest. Poor touch by Muniain, got tangled up with Busquets, and it's Iniesta in traffic. Dispossessed. Munir commits the foul. Oscar DeMarcos tripped up from behind and played quickly into stride for Iñaki Williams. Mascherano.
It's a great show of pace, isn't it, from the Argentine? Now pacing Iñaki Williams. Been very physical. Iniesta so shifty in his movements. He's really had his way with this midfield so far. Now it is getting a bit more physical.
Well, and the first substitution for Luis Enrique is to put in a more natural left back in Sergio Roberto's spot. This is Adriano. He's going to check in for the Blaugrana.
Thought he had a fine match, Sergio Roberto. When he was called upon defensively, he usually answered that call with flying colors in a position that's not even his, on a side that I don't think is even his. Probably would prefer playing right back, if anything.
The Swiss Army knife made in La Masia, Sergio Roberto. It was, if you think back, the very reason they signed Adriano from Sevilla. Adriano, a player who can fill in at left back, left mid, and right mid.
Also can score getting forward. Is a few spectacular strikes.
Some suggestions he could be on his way out this January. Roma have come knocking on the door. Over the top of Iker Muniain, settled by Aduriz. Excellent stop from Mascherano. Into the middle for Neymar. Busquets. Somehow found Iniesta. Aleix Vidal. Nice touch by Leque. In many ways, the addition of Aleix Vidal is also very much like when Adriano came over and from the same club, Sevilla. Multifunctional, utility man. Iniesta. Neymar needs to adjust to get there. Couldn't quite play it back to Adriano.
Have barely been able to get him to a good position this second half. Neymar on this left-hand side when he's isolated can take on multiple defenders. Been much more of a stop-start match, hasn't it, in the second half? The referee, Gonzalez now really getting in and whistling a lot of these hard fouls, trying not to let this match get out of hand. I think it partially did.
DeMarcos able to corral it. Iñaki Williams. His touch on the youngster. And he chops Neymar down. No foul given. Adriano looking to switch play to Piqué. The players on the pitch for Barcelona, only Aleix Vidal, Adriano, and Munir have fewer touches than Neymar. He's not been as involved as he would like, in a slightly different role than what he's grown accustomed to. And this will be a fourth yellow card against Athletic, as Sabin goes in the book for chopping down Dani Alves.
Oftentimes the attacks from Barcelona have come down the right-hand side, and you see Neymar on the opposite flank trying to cut in, getting himself involved. Had plenty of success in the first half with Arda Turan and even Rakitic linking up. Dani Alves didn't even have to go forward too often. It was those two really creating so much trouble on the right-hand side.
Sergio Busquets, always brilliant, stepping forward to cut out the opposition's attack. And does it again. Leaves it for Neymar.
There it is. It's again Iturraspe jumps in front of Neymar. Just gives him a little bit of an elbow that he did get into that hip. Iturraspe has been really getting stuck in on a lot of these challenges. He's looked nervous as well. Ball was already away from Neymar, and then, yeah, just that little obstruction jumps into his path. It's not like Neymar ran into Iturraspe. That's Iturraspe. It's a late challenge, sticking the boot in and leaving a little bit extra on that forearm and elbow.
All 5 of the Athletic yellow cards coming in this second half. Laporte, Echeta, DeMarcos and Iturraspe to join Sabin. Busquets close with Rakitic, back to Piqué. Catapulted forward toward Neymar, knotted down for Munir. Tried to play it wide, Munir, he was unsettled from behind. And it's a chance to counter now with numbers. Aduriz against Mascherano. Chopped down by Mascherano. Play continues with Williams running off an angle. Nope, it's Mascherano who will get booked as a free kick coming up for Athletic.
Once again, the touch from Aduriz outside the box. It was a hard challenge from Mascherano. Didn't look like there was anything wrong with it in lifetime. Then Iñaki Williams hasn't really been able to get too much success down that right-hand side. He always looks to go to the outside, then square it back across goal, but the angle's been cut off so many times. Well, there's just challenges. Iturraspe, San Jose, Cheita, everyone getting involved.
12 minutes left to go in this first leg, 90 minutes to play at the Camp Nou to decide it all. Barcelona leading 2-0 via Munir and Neymar in the first half. Athletic hoping to pull one back on this set piece. 3 on the wall, Neymar, Munir and Iniesta. Blasted toward the second post. Settled by Laporte, knotted back. Nearly falls to Muniain. It's Adriano who gets it away out to touch for Athletic. First a substitution. It's Sandro Ramirez who's going to be checking in. And he'll step in for Munir.
Yeah, two players that we've seen a lot more in the Cup, Andres, than in any other competition, La Liga.
That's where they've gotten all of their goals.
Yeah. And Sandro scored some nice goals as well. Like for like, Sandro's going to be leading the line, looking to interchange with the other two up top, Alex Vidal and Neymar. Thought he was pretty active here, Munir. So much movement. Lovely run in behind the defense to receive that ball from Ivan Rakitic and then trying to chip the goalkeeper. An audacious effort, but one that shows that Munir is full of confidence. And I think that is a positive sign.
Couldn't quite find the angle as Dani Alves slides in to make the stop. Corner kick coming up for Athletic. Their 7th corner. Played short with Iñaki Williams. Good cross into the danger area. Piqué nods it away. Back across at the edge of the 6. Piqué can't find a teammate. Ter Stegen can't get there. Another corner coming up. All 3 substitutions have been made for Athletic, with San Jose, Muniain and Sabin all checking in. All 3 substitutions for Barca with Adriano, Vidal and Ramirez. Near post. On target, slapped over the bar. It's as close as Athletic have come, and it's Sabin at the near post, denied by Ter Stegen.
Brilliant header here, near post, flashes it right into that top corner. That was going in, and Ter Stegen had the angle covered, just had to raise that big white glove.
He'll do it again. Again near post. Again Ter Stegen. Wonderful ball forward for Aleix Vidal. More recovered by Leque. Blasted forward by Herrerin.
It's a great run as well from Sabin to peel off the defender. The service was perfect into him. A very narrow angle from that position to squeeze it by Ter Stegen. Always had that angle covered. Sometimes it does sneak in though.
Muniain coming away with the possession. Out in front for Iñaki Williams. Tough angle brought down by Mascherano. A decision for Gonzalez, and his decision is a goal kick.
This is a tough one. Mascherano coming in from behind. Oh no, there's nothing there. No contact. Iñaki expecting the contact, and he starts going to ground before any contact is made by the Argentine. And there was none in the end. Now it's a great no call. See him reaching across Mascherano, and Iñaki's expecting that leg to go across him, so he goes down already on his own, and ultimately that is his downfall, more ways than one.
Wonderful combination. DeMarco's chip toward the penalty spot. Piqué nodding it away. Sent back in by Iturraspe. Easy for Ter Stegen in the end.
Another look at that header, Andres. It was wonderfully angled by Sabin, the man who scored 18 goals last season with Athletic's second side.
Catapulted forward into the middle between both center backs, and it's fallen to Iñaki Williams. Played for Aritz Aduriz. Tried to cut back inside of Mascherano.
His tackling really has been pinpoint, hasn't it? Mascherano really had his hands full dealing with Iñaki and Aduriz.
And got a talking to from Ter Stegen and from Piqué for the antics. Meanwhile, corner kick coming up, the 10th of the match for Athletic. Iturraspe near post. Off the chest of Rakitic. Aduriz. In the stride for Sabin inside the 18. Has to adjust. Got it away to Iturraspe. Aleix Vidal in the wrong direction. In the air by Iniesta. Fans want dangerous play inside the 18. It would have meant the penalty. It's just a throw in for Athletic. Williams leaves it for Iker Muniain. Slipping it through for the run of Aduriz.
High boot there by Iniesta.
Looks a lot worse from that angle. Alves by far the most touches of anyone in this match. He's been the most involved, and that was especially true in the first half. He's the only player with more than 100 touches. He's got 130. Busquets always the problem solver. DeMarcos denies the ball into Neymar. Marauding forward Adriano, and he commits the foul. Well, up next for Athletic Club. They'll be back in La Liga action on Sunday, as Athletic will be in this stadium for an early kickoff in a Basque derby. They take on Eibar, who've been absolutely brilliant under José Luis Mendilibar, flirting with the European positions as well. While Barcelona return to La Liga action on Saturday in their visit to Malaga, La Rosaleda. Do still have a game in hand in La Liga Barcelona. It's one of the reasons that first half of the campaign closed out with Atletico Madrid as the winter champions. The other part of the reason being the brilliant play of Atletico.
Has been a tantalizing season, and right now Athletic in mid-table in La Liga, expecting to do a bit better, get and stay inside a European zone.
Iturraspe for Williams as DeMarcos continues his run. Not quite in the stride for the number 10. Played the weekend match as a right winger. He's playing today as a fullback. He's actually able to shine in both positions. Alves nutting it into the center, but giving it away to Muniain. He's tripped up by Rakitic. Second half has been more about free kicks and yellow cards than it has been about football. And it's true of both sides.
Very little fluidity. All these fouls haven't really let anything go on in open play consistently.
Leque. Good dangerous ball in. It fell for Sabin. Muniain for Laporte. And he commits the foul as he got there before Aleix Vidal, just to tangle the legs, but seen as a foul in the view of Gonzalez. Gonzalez free kick coming up for Barca.
Oh, Laporte
final 3 minutes.
Trying to take that first touch to make sure that he was brushing the player off. And let's see. I think that was a bit of a light foul, honestly, on Laporte. And trying to square it across, and multiple options inside the box. Certainly created quite a few chances, Athletic, to get a goal back here. Haven't been shy about moving everyone up the pitch, getting the fullbacks involved in an offensive position.
Alves chipped toward Iniesta. Switch of play for Adriano. He's got Iñaki in front. Neymar back to Adriano. Gets there despite the scenic route. And it's Neymar who just loses his balance, much to the delight of San Mamés. Good ball forward from Muniain. Sabin. Stepping forward was Ter Stegen.
I think right now Athletic realizing why Barcelona 22 games without a loss, and why they've only conceded 1 goal in their last 8 matches in all comps.
Sabin chipped toward the penalty spot. There's Dani Alves. Aduriz wanted a better ball, given away by Alves. Aduriz able to flick it with 1 touch past Muniain, and Athletic are back in business in this quarterfinal tie. In the 89th minute, a reckless pass out of the back by Dani Alves, and it's that man again, Aritz Aduriz, to score his 5th this season against Barcelona.
Oh, it's a gift from the back. And the pass right inside for Aduriz. Here it is. He chests it down, Alves, and trying to go for Rakitic, but it's read well from the midfield. It's San Jose, the one who picks up the ball, intercepts it from the path as it was intended for Rakitic. And then that real clinical finish in the end from Aritz Aduriz.
Dani Alves could go in the referee's book here after this foul on Sabin. In fact, it will be a yellow, and Aduriz wondering why he stopped play, as advantage could have been played. And what a 60-second span there for Dani Alves.
Really does have the atmosphere on just of a cup match, and by that I mean the Champions League. It is the highest of intensity. Yeah, it just stomps right on the foot of Sabin Alves. Was it intentional? Didn't really look like it. All happened so quick in live time. But obviously frustrated about that giveaway that led to that important goal.
Sent in toward the penalty spot. Still there to be won. Piqué nodding it away. It falls to Aduriz. Blind shot through, and it's slapped over the bar by Ter Stegen. Sabine putting just enough to redirect it, but Marc-Andre Ter Stegen keeping Barcelona in front.
Oh, it's heroic from Ter Stegen. Once again, not able to get it out of the danger zone. It's not the best of clearances from that position from Piqué. Not what Chelsea could do. Whipped in with so much pace by Aduriz and just needed the simplest of touches to get it anywhere in between the goal. And what a save that is from Ter Stegen.
3 minutes tacked on, ball whipped into the near post for Sabine. Well, he's been a positive inclusion.
He's definitely added that extra bit of offensive flair. Aduriz, was he going for a goal or a pass? It's one of those cross-shot hybrids.
Iturraspe sends it back into the danger zone. Muniain. Back for Leque. Marked closely by Neymar. Long diagonal. Mascherano had it read. Sabine the intended target. It's a goal kick coming up for Barcelona.
Difficult pass. It's with the weaker foot of Leque. Trying to get that diagonal ball into stride. Here's a look at that first goal from Aritz Aduriz. Poor giveaway. Lovely work by San Jose, though, to intercept the ball. Read it right away.
Must be said also, it's the pressure from De Marcos on Dani Alves that forces him to just rush his pass. Nothing Ter Stegen could do about that one. He did make a fantastic save right after that. Well, keeping goals out just as good as putting goals in. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, the reason that Barcelona is still up 2-1. Here's Rakitic. Spotted the run of Neymar. In the stride, Neymar. Bowled over by De Marcos. No foul in the view of Gonzalez. And Barcelona a bit stretched out. Sabine. Cleared away by Mascherano.
Really loving the intensity, the San Mamés faithful. That just kicked up a gear.
Iñaki Williams. Williams has it taken away. Some smart defending from Busquets. Neymar, always under control. Chopped down once more. And is it Iturraspe? No, it's Mikel San Jose, the substitute.
Really been taking a beating. Neymar, not as much contact in that one. There it is, just getting bowled over by De Marcos as he was trying to turn around, get back into the midfield.
6 yellow cards to Athletic, all 6 coming in the second half. 3 to Barcelona, with Iniesta booked in the first 45.
That is the
Mascherano and Alves in the second half.
This is constant treatment that Neymar does get. I guess it is the highest form of flattery. Athletic obviously looking to take Neymar out of the match with no Suarez or Messi, and that has meant really kicking Neymar when he's been in possession.
Might be turning him red in some areas, but it's not from blushing. Neymar in an offside position, won't make a play for the ball, won't have to. It's the final whistle from Gonzalez. Athletic trailed for almost the entirety of the match. In fact, they finish a goal down. They did pull one back, however, as it is game on for the second half. A couple of first half strikes by Munir and Neymar, and it's the hero once more, Aritz Aduriz, to keep Athletic in contention.
Speaking of heroes, Aduriz, as well as the heroic save from Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Could have easily been 2-2. Athletic starting the match out so well, applying the pressure throughout the entirety of the match, and the intensity really made it so entertaining. But a few too many fouls, a little bit stop-start from the referee as he had to get this match under control. And that's good sportsmanship to see. Andres Neymar was kicked around the entire match.
Well, episode 3 of the trilogy will take place January 27th as Barcelona host Athletic Club in the second and decisive leg. Some words exchanged between Neymar and Iñaki Williams, the 2 young stars of these respective teams, and it's 2 veterans who come in to break it up. Athletic 1, Barcelona 2. Munir, Neymar, and Aduriz on the score sheet. Here's a look at the 90 minutes of play.
Absolutely, this is where Arda Turan surrounded by 3 defenders. Even Rakitic all on his own. He looks up, he sees the run from Munir, and he puts it really on a golden platter Pass it to Raspe. Wonderful work from Rakitic. Suspect defending though. Why 3 bodies around Arda? No one staying with Rakitic. You see, Rakitic gets the ball here. It's a give and go. Continues the run, expecting one of the defenders for Athletic to stay with him, but instead he has acres of space. Can't get closed down in time. Picks out the pass to perfection. And then that finish at the end from Munir, who has quite a bit to do as well. Then in the 24th minute, another attack here sent in. It's a poor touch. Acheta can't get a convincing clearance. The goalkeeper, Iago Herrerin, comes out of his box, but Neymar gets it by him, and it's an open net as Herrerin is behind him. And Neymar also sends the defender on his backside. The ball originally sent in by Sergio Roberto. He was always looking for Neymar, and it's a poor touch from Acheta. And that would make it 2-0. Neymar, he didn't get that many touches in the match, and this is best one of all. One of the easier goals that he will score, the Brazilian. Then in the 89th minute, this ball played in. Dani Alves feels the pressure, gets it away quickly. San Jose intercepts, and then the goal. And who else but Aritz Aduriz? It's his 23rd goal in all competitions this season. An incredible tally for the 34-year-old. See the pressure being applied there from the number 10, Oscar De Marcos. And the missed pass from Dani Alves, essentially giving a gift and renewed hope to Athletic Club as they go to the Camp Nou, down 2-1 on aggregate.
Well, for Aduriz, at 34 years old, coming off his best season, he scored 26 in all competitions last year. He's 3 away from that mark, just past the midpoint of the campaign. Athletic 1, Barcelona 2 in the first leg of the quarterfinals.
First leg done and dusted there. Athletic Bilbao 1, Barcelona 2. Kevin Egan, very close to your prediction before the game. Not far off. It almost came down to it.
Yeah,
2-2
really
is what you said.
Did think that Athletic were going to get an equaliser very late on. Dramatic game of football all around. A wonderfully enjoyable game and a contest that Barcelona got off to that great start. And Athletic Club, you're always going to, at San Mamés, come back and rally behind their wonderful support and try and get back into the game. But early on, it was Barcelona getting that first goal, which proved to be so crucial. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Ivan Rakitic, to me, who's someone, as we see an early opportunity here for Barcelona.
Neymar.
Goal, but this is Neymar. Just all day long, we've got a chance to see this guy at the peak of his powers right now, Neymar, coming into his own.
Forcing Herrerin into,
big deflection.
Big deflection there.
Here we go, Barcelona playing it out of the back. Ivan Rakitic does not stand back, doesn't admire his pass. Arda Turan somehow manages to draw 3 players towards him, picks out then the Croatian, and Rakitic on the money. Munir did not have to check his stride and just tucks it home beautifully with the left foot. Rakitic, someone who they picked up June 30th of 2014 for €18 million. An absolute bargain, given what he's produced for Barcelona. Same day, Liverpool actually bought Lallana for 31 million. So that goes to show you what value Rakitic represents. And here's Neymar, tucking it home, nice and easy. Awful. Herrerin just comes tearing out off his line.
What is he thinking at that point, Herrerin?
I think he thinks it's a one-on-one with the goalkeeper and he has a chance to make the ball first. Just watch as the ball is played through here. And he thinks it's a one-on-one. Echieta's coming across, Laporte, coming across, and he may have got there in time, but it's rash goalkeeping, a little bit erratic. It's not needed at that point of the match.
And 2 minutes out of the break, again, Athletic are caught out a bit as Busquets tries to set up Munir.
Yeah, it was a fascinating game. I thought Barcelona won the midfield battle. Very much so with Busquets, Iniesta and Rakitic, but in the second half, Athletic Club really did rally, get back into the game. I thought this was a magnificent save from Ter Stegen. Just watch how he adjusts his body here. It's a header at the near post. And remember what we said pre-game, nearly half the goals that Athletic Club have scored this season have come from the head. Their aerial prowess is magnificent. Here we see a rare error from Dani Alves, one of the best fullbacks to really ever play the game, comes out and just loses possession of the football. And that's where Dani Alves would have occupied the area of the field. The ball falls to Aritz Aduriz, who took home his 23rd goal in all competitions this season. Clinical from the 34-year-old veteran.
And there was final chances from Athletic in this one.
Yeah, San Jose did well just to pick out Aduriz toward the back post area, and very late on then, look at this for a save. as it comes back across. It takes a wicked deflection. Ter Stegen, acrobatic save to hold it on for a 2-1 Barcelona win.
So there you have it, 2-1. I wonder if Ernesto Valverde, what his thoughts are on this, especially after losing 6-0 just 4 days ago, holding Barcelona. They're still very much in the contest. Let's hear from Neymar first after the game.
The goal could make things complicated for us. We had a good game. Now we have the second leg at home.
Controlado, pero es verdad que en la segunda parte no habéis buscado el tercero, o es que el Athletic Club no os ha dejado buscarlo.
No, que no ha dejado.
Athletic didn't let us find the third goal. We tried to play our game. In the second half, they were the better side. So they made things maybe a little bit tough for us.
Porque es verdad que tiene el Athletic Club que ganar en el Camp Nou.
Sí, un poco de peligro, sí, porque
there's a little bit of danger
es un buen equipo,
because they're a good side.
Puede decidir una partida, por eso tenemos que estar atentos.
We have to be very alert.
Todo el partido, ahora estabas conversando con Iñaki Williams, trabajabas con Aduriz. Durante el partido ha sido diferente, muchos roces, muchas entradas.
No, sí, pero tranquilo después. Cuando termina el partido,
when the game's over,
se acalma un poco.
Things calm down.
Normal, ¿entiendes que el partido, todas las jugadas, todos los encontronazos entran dentro de lo normal?
A veces sí, a veces no.
Sometimes the challenges were fair, sometimes they weren't.
Dentro del campo, de color diferente para pitar y ver la jugada.
Well, you've got the referee here who makes those decisions.
It's a big difference between 4 days can make, obviously, and part of that, Messi and Suarez missing from this one. Is that the difference?
And it makes this result today so much more impressive. To go to San Mamés, score 2 away goals in cup competition. You can see the late goal, fair enough, but it's very much in Barca's favour heading to Camp Nou.
Okay, but Athletic still in this one. We're going to do this again for the 3rd time in 10 days next week. But please stick around. We're going to show you the other Copa del Rey quarterfinal from today. Celta Atletico coming up next.
Alucinante. By design. Seduciendo. By design.
Come on.
Don't drop your phone. Drop your network. Bring your phone to Cricket Wireless. We have more 4G LTE coverage nationwide than T-Mobile or Sprint. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Check this out, bro. What's that, Brohim? I switched to Geico and got more. More savings on car insurance? Yeah, Professor, and more. Like renter's insurance. More ways to save. Nice, Bro-Tata Chip. That's not all Protein Shake. Geico has motorcycle and RV insurance, too. Ooh. That's a lot more. Oh, yeah. I'm all about more Teddy Roosevelt.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Is the new Panini FIFA 365 official sticker album, featuring more than 800 of the world's top stars from all your favorite clubs on less than 500 stickers. Start your collection today. Available at select retailers and online at icollectpanini.com. Panini.
Beth, I hear you calling, but I can't come home right now. Me and the boys are playing all night.
Text Beth, what can I do?
Message, pick up milk.
Oh, right, milk.
Introducing the newly redesigned Passat from Volkswagen.
La Copa del Rey reaches the quarterfinals. In their last matchup, Los Colchoneros unleashed their powerhouse. But every match is a different story. Celta versus Atlético Madrid. Today on beIN Sports.
Copa del Rey quarterfinal action here on beIN Sports. First leg between Celta Vigo and Atletico Madrid at the Balaidos. It's the second time these two meet here in the course of 10 days. Atletico coming away 2-0 winners on January 10th. Can they repeat the feat and take the lead going into the second leg back home in Madrid? We will find out with kickoff. Lineups coming up next.
Here's something to shout from the mountaintop. Cricket's plans start at $35 a month after $5 auto-pay credit, with more 4G LTE coverage nationwide than T-Mobile or Sprint. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Alucinante. By design. Seduciendo. By design.
Sí soy yo.
Where are you?
Well, the squirrels are back in the attic.
Mom?
Your dad won't call an exterminator.
Can I call you back, Mom?
He says it's personal this time.
If you're a mom, you call it the worst time. That's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Where are you? It's very loud there. Are you taking a Zumba class?
Is the new Panini FIFA 365 official sticker album, featuring more than 800 of the world's top stars from all your favorite clubs on less than 500 stickers. Start your collection today. Available at select retailers and online at icollectpanini.com. Panini!
I'll be right back. Be good.
Text Mom. Boys have been really good today. Send. Let's get Marcus' own cell phone. Send.
Brad could use a new bike. Send.
Message. You decide. They're your kids.
Why are you guys texting Grandma?
It was him.
Keep your family connected. App Connect on the newly redesigned Passat from Volkswagen.
Watch La Liga and Atletico Madrid games in the USA on beIN Sports.
Celta Vigo at home to Atletico Madrid in their quarterfinal of the Copa del Rey first leg meeting. They met earlier in the month in La Liga. Atleti walking away from this stadium with a 2-0 defeat, or rather defeat of Celta, with goals from Antoine Griezmann and Ferreira Carrasco. For the home side today, Eduardo Berizzo going with a couple of changes for Celta. Johnny coming in at right back, of course, in the absence of Hugo Mayo, who misses out through illness. He will have John Guidetti leading the line with Diego Aspas and Fabian Orellana in attack. Guidetti having a fantastic month so far, scored twice on the weekend against Levante. And for Diego Simeone, Griezmann remains up front. He is joined by Jackson Martinez, Herrera Carrasco, Gabi, Augusto Fernandez facing his former side for the second time in the 19-day period since he joined from Celta Vigo in this transfer window. Jesus Gomez, Savic, Diego Godin, Felipe Luis, all in the usual back line for Diego Simeone. This time it's Miguel Moya coming in goal, with Jan Oblak taking a seat on the bench, along with Oliver Torres, Angel Correa, Juan Fran, and Luciano Vieto. Celta haven't reached the semi-final stage since the turn of the century. Atleti aiming for a berth to the semi-finals for the third successive seeding. Here's Simon Harlan.
Fernandez on the bench for Atletico, Jan Oblak, Oliver Torres, Angel Correa, Juan Fran Torres, Thomas Partey, Luciano Vieto, and Jose Maria Jimenez. There's Xavier Estrada Fernandez about to get things underway. Both sides, I'm delighted to say, playing their first choice strip. Celta from left to right get it underway, and Balaidos roars. Celta under Benito have been massively impressive. They don't have the strength and depth in the squad that Atletico can boast. But as I said, many people expected Simeone to make more changes, obviously taking this first leg very seriously tonight. Here's Martinez, Coque quickly over the top to Ferreira. Ferreira Carrasco back to Coque. Felipe Luis gets into the box. It's Ferreira Carrasco. It's a good ball into the far post. Too firm for Jackson Martinez. Nobody following through. Just nudging it onto his right foot and curling one in. But Griezmann was hanging back, perhaps expecting the cross to come across the face of the penalty area. Good play by Carrasco, but it's forcing his way through there. Pablo Hernandez trying to find Guidetti. He's done a good job, Guidetti up front, replacing Nolito of late. Amongst the goals at the weekend. Here's Coque, Felipe Luis, Atletico, insisting down the left wing. Coque again, losing out to fine challenge from Nemanja Radoja. The first shot just wide, not too cleanly struck from the Atletico Madrid captain. Fell nicely for Coque, just dragging it wide as he sought to just nick it inside the right-hand post from Ruben Blanco's point of view. Benito off his line, giving instructions off his bench, I should say. Is Orellana, well challenged by Games. Orellana again, loose ball picked up and played back to Blanco by Johnny Castro. Blanco attempting to send that one long. Aspas didn't seem to judge the flight of the ball, but won it cleanly. Godin sends it back. Gustavo Cabral returns it. Here's Aspas. Decent ball from him. Guidetti to Aspas again. It was in fact Pablo Hernandez, I beg your pardon. It's Carlos Planas now. As I said, come in for Hugo Mayo. Celta comfortable in possession. Was loses out to his former teammate Augusto. It's interesting how deep Griezmann lays, waiting for the chance of possession. Carrasco, Ferreira. The whistles for former Celta man Augusto. Ferreira again, making a run for Felipe Luis. It's perfectly set up for him. Martinez was there. I'm not sure he managed to get a touch, but that's a real good chance for the Colombian. Simplest of balls from Carrasco, and in the end Sergio Gomez had to get down quickly. I think Martinez got that cleanly. It's a good ball, good service from Felipe Luis. When a striker has a run without hitting the back of the net, it can really burn his confidence away, and that seems to be what's happening to Martinez. So much expected of him when signed. He was banging in the goals for pleasure in Portugal with Benfica. Just hasn't quite adapted to the Liga, or in this case the Copa here in Spain. It's a clearance into no man's land. Stefan Savic sends it back. It's aimed towards Griezmann. Free kick to Celta. Guidetti goes down. John Guidetti, Swiss striker, looking on Enrique Cerezo, president of Atletico Madrid. Savic again. The Montenegrin plays it back to Moya. Moya really did expect to be the replacement for Thibaut Courtois. Started off being so, but at the beginning of last season, but the explosion onto the scene of Jana Black has really left him with a secondary role. Here's Orellana for Celta. Well defended by Savic. Now Daniel Was. Radoja. Combining it with Johnny Castro. Here's Johnny. Flick over the top looking for Pablo Hernandez. Johnny gets it back in. A little back healer from Aspas. Well set up